Yay!
Yay! We're live! What is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Buttercast, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Soulairs. I got 4 of them. We're down a Walf tonight because I think he passed out.
Him.
Oh, you ate him? Oh, God. Well, I mean...
That's why I'm here today.
You know, at least he has a nice home in... oh, shit. Hold on. Don't tell me.
Hermaeus Mora is now the...
Don't tell me. I got this. Apocrypha. There we go. At least he has a nice home in Apocrypha.
He didn't forget.
I did not forget. I love my Elder Scrolls lore. I just, for 2 seconds, I was like, what the fuck is the name of that realm? Apocrypha. There we go. I need a couple of seconds. The only...
Not easy to remember that.
Of all the realms that I never struggle with remembering is the Shivering Isles, and only because of the fact of how much fucking fun that was in Oblivion. I'm just saying.
Agreed. Full-heartedly.
Wholeheartedly. Hell yeah. And also...
Except that it's kind of the only realm we really get to play around.
That's very true. And also, anytime you hit Sheogorath, he just teleports you about 200 feet in the air and you fall to your death.
He pulls he pulls a Fallout 3 on you.
Pretty much, and it's very entertaining. But with that being said, I am currently joined by Tiny, by Wanderer, by Stray, and we're welcoming back for the first session in quite some time, Hermaeus. Say hi, guys.
No.
Hello.
Oh, come on.
Don't submit that easily.
Hey. Stray won the greatest independent game of the year award.
Joe, so all of you, I have 50 plus.
Also, hi, Audrey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hi, Audrey. Support the fight and free will. Don't say hi.
Support shippers.
Say goodbye instead.
Just pop on. Goodbye. All right.
Say goodbye when you mean hello, and hello when you mean goodbye.
Dude, you're gonna mess with some people really hard.
I flipped my right turn signal when turning left.
Good luck, everyone else.
Liberals.
Damn.
God, so obvious.
What?
Like,
Winter, I can't
just
believe
read
we
my
didn't
mind.
remember it.
It's
All you
fun.
have
That was
to
a
do
Badger
is
reference.
Bye, Audrey.
I flipped my right turn signal when turning left. Take that, fucking liberals.
God.
Oh
God
god,
damn.
that sounds like something people would actually do just for that.
Alrighty. But with that being said, it's already about 12:30, so we really should get going if we want to play tonight.
Yeah.
So, let's go ahead and get going. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I am gonna apologize a little bit ahead of time in case there's a little bit of coughing. I'm getting over a bug and still kind of dealing with it. But I do have my voice back, as you guys could tell.
Yeah.
Winter, Darth Batbane, so you're fine.
Winter.
Yeah.
What's Henrik's HP?
That's a good question. Hold on.
like,
Huh?
Everything but the HP. That's kind of important.
He's immortal.
He has no
Burnt
health
the
pool.
potion and it made him immortal.
Okay, but I might fall asleep. I am very, very tired. Audrey, if you fall asleep, I won't blame you. I appreciate you coming in to say hi, though.
I'll be right back getting some water.
Sounds good.
I don't know why.
That is a very good question. Honestly, Herma, I don't have it. I have your, I have some of your stuff from level 6. I don't even have
No,
your.
We're just gonna have to roll 4d8. Let's go.
Roll or just
Do it.
roll health. Just roll health.
I'll roll 4d8.
Please get good.
This is
I'm back.
gonna go like really badly.
Avery, please be good. Hey, it's below average.
Wow. Ow.
Wait, 1 below average.
Oh, welcome to Character Creator Simulator. Thanks for coming, guys.
It's a whole 1 below average.
And of course, re-roll ones because I don't do rolling ones.
There is no one.
There were no ones.
Hold on.
There was a 4, a 3, a 5, and a 7.
Oofta.
One below average.
Of course, adding your con every time. And
Add your con.
Yeah.
and
I don't want to be.
Henrik is a +4 to his con if I remember
Oh.
correctly.
Subtract your con. Those people who think that con is dumb stat.
Yeah, take that, Joe Cat from the Unexpectable series. No, seriously, he's a bard with a -1 to his constitution.
Take that, Kirkmere, who had a -1 constitution.
Yes.
What was his HP at level 6?
Hold on, let me pull it up. It's gonna take we're so off track. I'm so sorry.
Nah, this is a great start to the first session.
Yo, can we level
Yeah.
up?
Sure, why not? No. Nice try, though. I respect you for it.
Hmm.
All right, let's pull it up here. Well, starting at level 1, you had 12. You had 12 hit points because you have a plus. Again, just quote me if I'm wrong, Herma. He has a +4 to his constitution, right? Or was it a +3?
It was a +4.
Was a
He's
+4?
healthy boy.
Okay, so yeah, starting on level 1 was 12. All right.
Abby.
This is Stray if he ever decided to become a wizard.
Every D&D campaign ever. Thanks, babe.
Yep.
Let's see here. According to this, at level 6, you actually had a pretty healthy amount of hit points. You had according to this, you had 62?
I remember because I had 69 at level 7.
Yes, you rolled really well for most of your... you rolled really well for most of your health. Well, I mean, he had a +4 to his... He has a +4 to his con,
All
so...
right. Can you round up? Come on.
Wow.
Hold on, let me take a look at it. Let me see.
Can you round up? Come on.
No. You got 97. You got 97. Deal with it.
You get to stay with word kill range.
I
I
think that's
listen.
higher than most of our characters' HPs.
Listen here. Let me make something clear. I need to make sure that you are within power word kill range. I'm just saying. What are you saying, person within fireball distance?
You can twin cast power word kill. Okay, bye.
Oh god.
Abby, that is not true. We're always on track. That's 100%.
Hey,
Do
being
you
on
know
track is
who we
part of the
are? We're called the Solaires.
Praise. Do you even praise?
I don't think they do.
More like we
We
always
got
go off road.
We got complimented by a paladin of Kirsten. We got complimented by Kirsten. I can't remember his.
You're
god,
talking.
It's
You're
just
talking about Paylor.
yeah.
Do you even praise?
No, I praise the sun, not the god of it.
I mean, fair. Also, Abby, don't cast fireball. We will all die. I don't think any of us have the dexterity to be able to
Oh,
dodge
God. Well, except for maybe
Remember.
Kazir.
that. Because you're yes, Stray. No.
Oh no! Oh no! Definitely not me.
I'm so fucked.
Winter,
Yes.
you forgot that you gave Blue a scroll of fireball on his coat.
Oh shit!
It is
That's
true.
one of the patches.
That is true. It is. And also, I love Abby's in the chat. Just praise the sun. praise
He
the
also has a
praise the sun. To therefore thou be praising the sun.
I sometimes forget Blue just has a hole in his inventory.
It seems you guys have found a magical note on the ground that says "try finger but hole."
Okay.
Fucking all right. Okay, and now let's get serious now. It's time to play. Gotta say, hey,
We're always serious.
we're all serious now, but it's
Do
like
we need to add Wanderer again. He needed to be
Finger it, Tiny. Do it.
finger it out. But anyways, let's go ahead and get going. Last time on D&D. The Solaires, after successfully saving Westray from being attacked and basically more like helping people survive the attack from the Broken Skull against the capital, you guys had decided to come together and find out as much as you can about the current situation. I guess I never really went into this very much. After leaving Barlashmere Castle, which is the main castle of Westray, otherwise known as the Castle of Westray, but it was named after Barlashmere. Well, we're not going to get into that because you guys didn't do any research on it.
Blue did. Ha.
I mean, it's true. Blue did do a little bit of research.
We can get that sometime.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's my Arc Cardinal notes. God damn it. I was wondering where the fuck those went to. Good news, Wanderer, I didn't lose it. My Arc Cardinal notes was just in my online notes rather than my phone notes. Anyways, after successfully helping aid the citizens of Westray, finding one of the other unknown avatars of the Abyss, the party decided to gather as much information as they can and get ready to go. The two characters, however, two of our heroes, unfortunately, or positively, who knows, got the chance to meet up with beings beyond their understanding. For Garnan, it was a meeting with a god that has vaguely been a part of Alosa's background and everything that's happened to her. And Belwraith, not only in speaking internally to the gods that he follows and who lead his path, but even reaching out to the god he once upon a time prayed to and was originally a cleric to. Upon all of this happening, Belwraith decided to make a very bold move and decided to tell the party he was just straight leaving, heading directly...
He didn't tell the party.
Well, that's true. Well, if anybody, it's a good thing Kazir noticed right away.
Yeah. He only told Kazir because he literally bumped into him.
Basically telling Kazir he was heading to Scales of Ore, heading towards Padstow. And upon doing so, the party scrambled to get together as quickly as possible to chase after Belwraith, who was essentially just power walking. Not running, just power walking. Good steps in. Not too fast. Just really making sure he gets his steps in. But as I say, Blue, however, took the time to actually go speak with apologies. To speak with Baron Sean, to speak with the Queen. And also Lord Marklehay.
Yeah.
But as I say, you're not a Baron, he's just a Lord. But as
there was the Baron of Melbourne.
Yeah. But as I say, and Melbourne? No. Baron Nejak wasn't there. It was
I'm just dumb.
I mean, so am I. It's okay. But as I say, the first step is owning it. I feel it. We could all own it here.
Yeah. We are all dumb here.
We are all dumb. We're all dumb now. But anyways,
Just realized I forgot to leave a light across the street.
But as the party went after Belwraith, Blue learned a lot about not only what was happening in the city and the plans that were coming to essentially aid the country and maybe get some stronger leadership going on, but learned a bit more about where his past. Not a lot, but a little. Which hopefully gave him a bit more clarity. But upon doing pretty much. But upon doing so, the party followed Belwraith out of the city, and on the way to being given a cart and horses, the party proceeded to head eastwards towards where Padstow is, the religious capital of Atharia. Well, one of the two, but it is technically the main religious center of Atharia. But I would say Starlam would be in contrast one of the most religious points in all of Atharia. But technically, Padstow is the religious center of Atharia. God, I gotta remember my own lore. And doing so, the party started making their way. So, Solaris, you guys are currently riding your cart out of town, and Belwraith has told you everything, at least for the most part, everything about what happened to him and where he basically stands with the church.
If you guys need a recap, let me know.
Yeah.
I think I remember pretty much.
Um,
Do you need a recap, Hermo?
You do have
mayhaps.
make it a quick
Mayhaps.
Alright, so recap out of character. Belwraith was a high-ranking individual, specifically a cardinal for the Church of Tyr, and he lived in Padstow. His friend, who is his best friend at the time, is currently the Arch Cardinal, but before becoming the Arch Cardinal, betrayed him, giving him a cursed necklace, which what it does exactly is ambiguous, but it caused him to be accused of going insane, and he was exiled.
Fun.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So before anything else, because
All I heard
talk
was,
to your god.
"Oh yeah. Before anything else happens, Kazir needs to talk to Zugat Moid.
All right. And I will say, kind of as the cart is going along,
Yeah.
you kind of find yourself into a little corner of the cart, kind of where everybody else is kind of talking and keying up conversation, or maybe even just self-reflecting. You take the four thematics. You kind of curl into yourself a little bit in like kind of a comfortable position, and you just kind of take your opposite hand and just kind of grip the section of your arm, the moss covered arm, and just close your eyes. It takes a little bit, but you start to get that feeling again. That feeling of that moist fungi and the feel of the rotting trees and mushrooms around you. You're not exactly there, but you feel that sensation again, like you are there.
Understandable.
And from the sensation, you start to hear. It almost feels like someone is with you.
Makes sense. Once Kazir kind of gets this feeling, he, under his breath, actually more like in his mind, but,
Mhm.
Zugat Moid would hear it kind of if he thought it out loud. You know what I mean?
Yep, I know what you mean.
I'm not sure how to explain it really well.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Zugat Moid, they know of our plan.
How much they know?
am-
That's more of the question.
I am not quite sure. I met the avatar of Jubilex.
You met them.
Yes. Where's the note? I know I took the note.
Oh, Belle.
Oh, Belle. Thank you. There it is. Fine. As soon as you said it, I got to the right list. Her name is Obel. All she told me was to stop working with you. That's right?
Yep, that is correct. Yes. It wouldn't surprise me if he knew. Bless you. But how much he knows is very limited. You can't understand this, for you're not in my position. But I can look out of my castle of rot, and I can see the endless pit of ooze that lies in the distance. We must continue to push forward, Kazir. I do not plan to break our bargain, and as long as you are willing to do this, I will continue to give you power.
Thank you, mistress.
But be careful. If he, as much as I hate and loathe and despise that living ball of ooze, he is very powerful, and I'm very cautious of any creation that he has.
I completely understand. I will keep you informed on what I learn.
Please do, and if I learn anything, you'll know.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you start to lose that sensation. The warm air of the Atharian countryside is starting to fill you once again. A little bit of bitter from the cold, as you guys are in the winter time of Atharia.
Fair.
But it's a bit more comfortable than the moist Rotlands that is Zuggenmoy's lair.
Windsor, you missed a perfectly good chance to rhyme.
I know. About to say, but that's not her thing.
Oh, yeah, fair. Yeah, I could understand that.
It's not cryptic.
To be fair, if I was really playing this character 100% to the book, Kazir would probably be a mindless slave.
True.
That makes sense.
But I like to have fun with these characters, so what can you do?
Yeah, give him a little wiggle room.
A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Like
talking about the
it's
character.
extreme circumstances, and even the set in stone kind of characters can go, I see that if I go this way, it won't work as well.
Pretty much.
So,
but
that's the way I justify stuff like that.
Not to mention, Jublex would also be a mindless monster who literally all he does is consume. And I mean, that is what he is, but I like to think that his champion, quote-unquote, would at least be a little smarter.
Oh, yeah.
Fingers crossed. Anyways.
Well, I mean, for his side, fingers crossed. For our side, we hope that he's just up.
What? What? You guys don't root for the champions, the avatars of the abyss? Like, what is wrong with you?
I root for him. Have you met Malden? He's a nice guy.
You're right.
I
he
want
is.
to blow his brains out.
Thank you. I'm glad we're done. Wait a minute.
On blue and made him see the end of the world. So
it's fine, guys. It's fine. Watch. Wanderer, has Belwraith seen anything bad with these avatars?
Sorry, say again.
But I said, come on,
Exactly.
you got all you got. Exactly. Thank you, Wanderer. I'm glad you're on my side.
that was more.
No. I was like, no. Herma was making my point that Wanderer's like, I'm sorry, what? And it's like, exactly. Thank you. But you guys are currently going down the path eastward from Westray. Technically a little bit southeast, but the road should straighten out as you progress.
East by southeast.
Exactly. And for there is going to be no rolls necessary for like directions specifically because for Belwraith, you've gone down this path God knows how many times.
Fair.
But as long as you wouldn't know, as long as you stick to the road, there shouldn't be any issues. However, I would like someone to make a perception check.
Me. I'll let you.
I'll
Good
let
perception.
you.
Everyone got to do perception. You can't just say someone. Everyone does it.
Yeah, but as someone to lead the charge of perception.
More.
I got a 25, so I feel like I can do that.
I'll get,
Wow.
but Tiny, what did you get as well?
Hold on.
Are
Can
you?
I use more as, or can I use Henrik's gun so I can have his?
That is up to Henrik. Would Henrik allow you to use his gun?
That's what I was asking.
What does my gun do?
It has a scope that lets you see better.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
It's been a little while. It's gonna take a little bit getting back into the shoes.
I got an 18.
18. Okay.
Yeah. 9 on the dice. 9 plus a 9.
Oofta.
So yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you gave him the scope. Let's see. So plus 10%.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's
Wealth is
mad.
online.
That's a third.
Finally.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Look what
You haven't
wolf dragon.
You haven't missed too much. We just went over the what happened last time, and also Stray was doing his commune as when he got the opportunity.
All right.
Which was like only a 10-minute thing. So, well, I mean, not. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. But either way,
I get a nat 20 with a 30.
nice. All right. So for
I flash him.
Flash it. You flat. Oh.
Oh,
Henrik, put it away. Put it away, Henrik. Put the gun show away.
That would distract you.
All right, Tiny, roll with disadvantage.
No. You get a +4.
So 34.
God, okay, listen, Henrik, we need to talk about you thinking flashing people is going to make them become a genius. It actually is quite distracting.
It works.
Oh, with the plus 4, that's a 34. He sees everything.
Sees everything. All right, but anyways, Andy Hoozles. For the two highest scores, which in this case would be Belwraith and for Tiny, most of what you guys see is a lot of open areas, but you're now starting to see a little bit more. You're seeing some damaged land, some kind of ground that looks like it's been rotted. You get a feeling that some of the demons might have come from this direction, and it might have damaged a little bit of the outskirts of the city. Westray is gonna need a little bit of tender love and care to be able to recover from that attack.
They have a lot of druids. It's fine.
It's true, there are a lot of druids in the area, but at the same time, like, you guys are starting to see, like, the true devastation that comes from such an attack and what the Broken Skull is willing to do.
Just give it a few druidcraft castings. It's fine. You'll be fine. It'll blow over.
They'll be out there all day.
But I will say for Bloom and Belwraith, you guys in particular, I will say this: the darkened and kind of bled out grass. So like we're almost as if like would be a really good example. Do you remember and this is gonna be a poll? Do you remember the Bloodbender from Avatar season 3?
Mm.
The woman who was in the Fire Nation that could blood, like full on bloodbend.
Yeah.
You remember when she pulled the water out of the grass and everything, and how quickly the grass just straight up died and became dehydrated and everything?
Seen clips.
Scene clips. Wow, Tiny. Wow.
I haven't watched much of Avatar.
Okay.
Winter, you're talking
look,
about.
Look, we've only watched the movie, all right? It's
Oh.
I haven't watched the movie.
Pushing some buttons. Already pushing some buttons. But yeah, basically, you guys could see for long stretches of the plains, you're seeing like just what looks like straight dead grass, almost like necrotic energy was spread through it. And what unnerves you a little bit is that it doesn't seem to be coming from like all directions. It seems pretty concentrated.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's about right. Is there just a point where the necrotic energy stops,
Yes.
or is it going that direction?
It seems to stop a bit, but you're still, but as you're progressing forward, and I would say that this would go throughout the day of travel, you would notice that you're still seeing splotches coming from that direction. It's not like a steady stream of like just going right through, but you're seeing like just straight, like you're seeing spots of where this necrotic energy came from.
Who's gonna be sitting on the cart, looking around with the scope, and halfway through the day, when we're pretty good distance away from the thing, he's gonna look around, make sure that there's no one else around to hear them.
Okay.
With Blue's eye still on the scope, he's gonna kind of speak loud enough for the group to hear. So I can trust you all with my life, right?
Yeah.
Again, just because your accent just makes his voice sound different every time. It's a thick accent. It's really hard to speak common.
As a group.
Nobody wants to respond.
Did we just lose like 3 characters? No,
Well,
we
they're all dead. Belray, it's just you guys. Little did you guys know, a secret assassin of Tyr had snuck up and killed Belwraith right in front of you.
None of you even saw he rolled such high stats. Winter just DM'd me that I took 250 damage.
He rolled a 45 to overcome Tiny's 34.
It was crazy. You guys didn't see that fucking missile just come and just hit Belwraith right through the chest. You guys didn't even see it. It was massive explosions too.
And you couldn't even hear the buckshot.
It was it was more like 50 BMG sniper.
It was crazy.
It was FMJ, and
Through one end, out the other, and into the neighbor's dog 3 miles away.
Honestly surprised it hit, didn't even have it.
The only thing that made you guys actually go, huh? Was that all of a sudden from the distance you heard headshot. Just combo breaker.
Didn't even hear the thud of his body against the floor.
But I say, Garnan, little did you know that his brother had secretly stashed himself on the cart and just snapped his neck from behind. And it was awful.
I'm now imagining Esson with a silence.
Oh god.
G from 30 miles away, shooting heads.
Just in Giant, the only person who could have understand was Garnan, but he's dead. And it's just like, we're done here.
You imagine that? I was just imagining a tiny Ezrin. He was hiding in this light.
Well, how does that make you feel?
Dead.
Exactly. All right, but anyways, go on.
Can I trust you all to keep something hush? Make sure no one else knows.
Of course.
Well, there was that one part in time where the sending stone was inactive in my talk with Queen. She told me some things when we were alone. Winter, what was the last person in that generation to have the blue hair?
It would have been the Queen's. It would have been the Queen's great grandfather.
He's the queen's great grandfather.
So technically yours as well.
So that would be about like 3 kings away.
Yes, the last 2 generations of sovereignty did not have have yours or the queen's hair color.
Bimp, you know much about the capital? You know much about Atharia and their kings?
Well, I'm gonna roll for her real quick. She is proficient in history. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on my computer. Can I be heard now?
Yes.
You can be heard now.
Indeed, you can be.
Okay. I was speaking, but my thing must have been broken.
Yeah,
I understand, buddy.
Winter, did you ever find the thing?
I did not, but I've been working so much lately. I promise you, I'm looking for it. It's just taking me time. I have so many notes.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I will use the rage one, and then I will switch over to Oath of Fate if I like it more.
Sounds like a plan. Either way, the only thing that would change is some of the class, some of the only thing would change was the subclass abilities, then not the main class abilities. So, but with that being said, Bimp goes, I'm actually quite I'm quite educated when it comes to the history of Atharia. I mainly practice in magic, but I know quite a bit about the land. You were specifically wanting to know about the kingdom and sovereignty of the country?
Henrik puts on a monocle. Yes, I also know much about the history of Atharia.
Bimp, Henrik. Three kings ago, the queen's great grandfather. Did you ever get a description?
Gonna roll to see how much she knows.
I will also do that.
Absolutely.
Where's my dice?
Who's still just...
Where's
Should
my
have had that out before we started.
Where's
I
my
was using Avery, then Avery fucked me.
where's my dice, Morty?
Yeah, Avery is kind of
Pain.
I should also probably get my dice, huh?
Absolutely. Let's see. Well,
well,
Bim got a 25,
Nice.
but I'm waiting on Henrik.
Blue's still just looking through the scope, looking around.
Woo! Alright. He has proficiency and a +4 intelligence. So 26.
26. All right. So you would both know this. Thinking back on the length of Atharia's reign goes a very long time. Atharia is one of the few countries in the world who still has a singular bloodline. A singular bloodline that still somehow runs the country from its founding. Most countries have had bloodlines end, and then new royalty take over or a new system introduced. But Atharia is still one of the few countries in the entirety of the world that still has been able to maintain a bloodline still ruling the country. It's a very rare feat, but it is something that still goes on to this day, as far as you are concerned. Thinking back 3 generations, not the previous ruler before that, but the one before, that would be King. Apologies, this is a little bit of a deep dive.
My guess is the reason they've lasted so long is because they marry into kings rather than into queens.
Yeah, seems about right.
King
That would
George
make sense.
III.
It would be King Wesley of Atharia. There we go. Better say King Wesley of Atharia. He is the first of his name. Oh goodness. He is I believe, the 40th ruler of Atharia. Atharia's been around for a long time.
40th.
Yep.
Wow.
The 40th of the
That's
bloodline.
Couple thousand years.
No, granted, a couple of
No.
these rulers were assassinated, so like some of their reigns weren't that long.
Fair.
But King Wesley was the 40th reign, and currently Queen Atharia the second of her name, she is the 43rd ruler of 43rd ruler of Atharia. But King Wesley was, and Henrik, this is information you would know. King Wesley of Atharia became the ruler after his father had passed away due to illness. King Wesley was in his late 30s, early 40s when he became ruler of the kingdom. The country was doing pretty decently. They were having some issues with Uskar at the time, but that was around the time that Uskar started to, the Maine started to consider Atharia more of an ally due to some enemies to the south. And also dealing with threats in the Exeter Desert made it so that the war was harder to... any war would be very difficult. But... oh goodness, there's so much lore here. I apologize. I forgot how much I like writing. But King Wesley was a little bit of a more... a little bit more rotund, but he wasn't like big. He wasn't massive. But he had a little bit of a weight. He wasn't known as like the Great Knight of Atharia. He was known as a tactician. He was more of a leader when it came to economics and battle strategy rather than actual combat himself. King Wesley was very much he was better known for his hair, which is very prominent. It was a color that had been passed down through the generations for some time. It is a deep blue color. But he was very much known for his blue mustache.
It was like the Wilford Dwarf stash of
A little bit, yeah, actually. Like how I have it written down was the classic like Mario mustache, except for it's but it's mixed with like the classic like British like split. So it's like so Wilford Dwarfstache is not a bad representation. But yeah, kind of a bit more rotund, but he was very much like of quality mind. He was very intelligent. Not of the mind of an artificer or the mind of a magician, but quite intelligent either way.
He was smart and fat.
Pretty much. He's somebody who relied more on his brain than his brawn, and he kind of let his body show that. But quite.
Yes. But he repeats all of this knowledge.
Yep, but he
Being
was
the master that he is.
He was a good ruler though. He treated his people fair. He never was selfish in his decision. He ruled for about 3 decades until his daughter took over the throne. Oh gosh, hold on. That would be Queen Cassandra, the 4th of her name. And she was born with her mother's hair, which was like a chestnut brown. She was the first in quite a few generations that was born without the blue hair.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Now we can.
Kinda.
I can hear you.
Garn room hearing this.
And it
Now you went out. Yeah, you cut out just now.
Hello?
Is all we heard.
In this room, correct?
In this room,
Correct.
Oh my. Never mind.
Oh, poor Wal.
Feel bad, buddy. I'm sorry.
I know the pain.
Been there.
Just try typing what you wanted to say out. Never mind, I'll wait. I'm making hot pockets.
I feel bad.
Hot pockets.
Just imagine
Now what?
holding. Just imagine Henrik holding his.
Okay, maybe it's not
Figuring it
just
out.
Wealth. We're kind of getting in and out of there
Is
too.
is Discord just being a butt?
I'm always laggy.
Yes, Garnon is in this. Well, we are on the cart.
Yeah, I'd assume most of you guys are on the cart. Some of you might be walking. But for the most part, it's not like the cart is going at supersonic speed.
Yeah, it's going at probably
Excuse you. I'm the one. I'm the one piloting the car. Of course it is.
Fair.
Are you pilot?
I made some horse stimulants, and they are going to make us go faster than the speed of sound.
It's so weird. It's so weird. Henrik's horror simulants are somehow written in Russian. It's so weird.
So don't worry how the molecular formula is similar to that of heroin.
He gave the horses ketamine.
Moving on.
Indeed.
Moving on.
I think ketamine is a horse tranquilizer.
It is.
Oh,
Somehow makes them go faster, except it would knock them out.
They go faster in fear of falling over.
I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, so you guys hear all that information down to the finest details of his run. Again, ruling for just a reminder, was ruler for 3 decades before he passed on the throne. He did not die at that time. He passed down the throne to his daughter, Queen Cassandra, who would become Queen Cassandra the Fourth, and he would go on to live the rest of his life as a member of, essentially a advisor to Cassandra until his passing. He lived a long life. He died when he died in his 80s, which is very old for this time period.
a brief time out to add. Garnan, Balf wanted to say, wait, you descended from the throne, replying to Blue. Because, yeah, they said that he had blue hair, so, yeah, kind of easy to make that connection.
Fair.
Just thought I'd mentioned it.
Blue's gonna pull from the scope a bit. He has a little tear going down his face. I didn't even know I was from the throne until a bit ago. I should probably ask later. Well, apparently I was given away as a baby to Salvador, who I got told earlier while talking to the Queen that he is dead now.
Oh, I see.
Knuckle! Is Knuckle still in the party?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. When you get strong enough, we're gonna resurrect that asshole to kill him again, okay?
That will depend if Helm has taken him to the other side.
We can make a deal.
He has to be willing to get revived, and he's stubborn.
Computer.
We can hear you. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
What?
I said we can hear you. Can you hear us?
What? I'm not sure if that's
yes.
a joke.
I will take that as a yes.
I'm fucking.
I know you are, you asshole.
I was 70% sure it was fucking, but always unsure.
Speaking of, there's something that some of us have been wanting to talk to all of you about. If you don't mind hearing us out.
Shoot.
We've been running into some issues lately. We're running into a lot of dead ends trying to get information and wanting to try to do as much research and find out what is going on. And we may have found a solution, but you may not like the answer.
What is it?
You watch as Bimp and Knackle walk over to where Karik and Philman are. We want to go back to my mistress's tower. We want to do some research inside of the castle and then inside of her tower and maybe try to find some answers in the castle. But most importantly, I feel like with me and Knackle, we need some answers, and the main gave us an offer we really can't refuse.
What did he tell you?
The main offered me a position, at least to be an associate of the Court of Mages in Uskar.
Oh, shit.
Whoa,
Not an official position, I wouldn't have accepted it, but
I understand that.
at least an association, which would give us access to their libraries as well.
We're already going to Padstow.
All right.
You realize that, right?
Yes, I'm well aware, but the truth is, you watch as she reaches into her pocket and pulls out some green chalk. I can take us wherever, I can go wherever I want to go, as long as I have a circle. And I'm not the only one in this party who knows how to. As she looks over to you, Blue.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
understand. Pardon.
dang.
I really don't want to split up the party. I set out on this adventure with you guys, but we need to be doing as much research as we can. And if I can be helpful and get access to resources that we couldn't access before.
Alright. Blue's gonna hop off the carriage and go up to Pimp. Just, he's gonna put his fist out for a fist bump. Make sure this isn't gonna be a permanent, not gonna see each other again thing. I hate goodbyes.
You watch as Philman fist bumps you, and it kind of hurts. Listen here, son. This is far from over. I still owe the Broken Skull for a lot of the bullshit that they threw our way. The truth is, that while the path for Bimp Naughton and for Knackle may be heading towards Usgar to do some research, me and Karakut have a different plan.
Alright.
We want to be heading up north towards where. Shut the fuck up. We would be our plans are heading up north. We want to actually head back to Makanali. We want to help aid in the front and try to get a little bit of field research in on our mutual friends, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand.
I understand what needs to be done needs to be done.
Indeed. However, Bimp decided to do a little favor for us. And you watch as both Bimp and Philman each reach out, and in their hands you see two separate sending stones.
Sweet.
We're never that far away if you need us.
Well, it's the whole thing about getting you with us and talking's nice, though.
But
You're
go ahead.
You're leaving.
Not necessarily, but as I say, don't get me wrong. We're Solaires for life. But the truth is that you guys need to be going in a little bit more. How do I say this? Sneaky type. And I'm a big ass gator folk
I'm a big ass Fearbulg. What's your point?
with the power to disguise yourself.
Fair point.
Oh, so you can turn invisible.
I forgot I could do that.
Which could be quite
Quite interesting way to escape.
Whereas I'm not exactly the stealthy type to begin with, and I'd be a lot more useful helping out some innocent people.
Yeah, there are a lot of people we need to protect in Makanali.
Not to mention Daldir and Golmtis could probably use some extra help.
Yeah, ask Daldir if he's okay. Last time we saw him, he got hurt pretty bad.
Indeed. And same, I remember Golemtis also. Golemtis nearly died in the last fight. But either way, we decided to go with Miss Bimpnaughton to do a little bit of research in her master's tower, and then from there we're gonna head up north.
Yeah, Philman, can I see you to the side?
If
Alone?
they don't mind, I don't mind.
Y'all mind?
Man, every time I do an accent, it's really hard not to fall into it. All right, I'll say you guys take a step to the side.
Making sure they're out of earshot, then I'm just gonna whisper to him. Found a way to get Kark back to his normal state.
Oh,
He watches, he looks over to where Kark is, but is keeping his... But obviously keeping his composure.
Shifty eye.
Go on.
His condition. I'm trying to remember the name I wrote.
It's in my phone notes. I'm hoping I copied it down somewhere in his actual full-on notes.
Just I have 3 down. I know it's one of them. Curse of Fulfillment, Split Minds, Diminutive Mind.
Oh gosh.
It's one of those. I can't remember specifically which one, but Blue did find it.
Hold on, I'm looking through my own stuff.
Enfeeblement was
Let's see here. Knackle notes.
diminutive, but
I believe it was diminutive as well. Not knackle. Here's my...
enfeeblement was just permanent stupidity. Split Mind was two completely different things.
My character
Nice
sheet. Where's my cart notes? My filming notes. My information on the Blood Hunter class.
Good thing I write things down.
I agree. I normally have a lot of... I probably do have his stuff written somewhere, but it might be in my campaign notebook. And right now I'm on specific notebooks.
We'll just go with diminutive mind. And
I believe it was diminutive. I believe it was diminutive mind.
Blue's gonna reach into his pocket and kind of sleight of hands. I'm gonna try and sleight of hands the pocket watch into Philman's pocket.
Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand.
Yep. Right. It's good. And he has really good attacks. Plus 6. 24.
24? Alright. Nobody's passive perception is high enough to notice.
Actually,
Oh?
no, I'm fucking kidding.
No.
What?
Can I flash? Hold on.
This would be...
Wait,
my-
what
I
did you say?
have I actually have a passive perception of 17. I think that counts.
Hold on.
I
Can
have
I
a
flash?
passive perception
Can I
of
flash
19.
of genius passive perception?
No, you cannot.
Even if you did, it wouldn't hit the mark.
Nice try. Respect you for trying, but no.
You like, I just imagine kind of like flexing, like pointing. What's that number?
There! Fucking, it's like Dennis from the SpongeBob movie. Mustache.
Who's gonna whisper after slipping him the thing? He's under a curse called diminutive mind.
Mm.
There is a way to get rid of it, but it's pretty hard.
Oh, so
He You need to get the blood or sink his blade deep, aka kill, into a powerful fae or demon.
Oh.
That might be more accomplishable than we thought.
They did have that one very powerful demon at Makanali.
That is
But,
true.
you
That
know.
is true. That is very true. We can definitely do our best, but either way, Blue, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention.
So, whenever you want to get his help with anything quite high IQ level, just use that little watch I gave you. It'll
Absolutely.
do more use to you than me.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. Again, I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I will make sure to pass this to Daldir. Maybe he can help me find more information.
Hey, you got a name and one way to fix it.
Very true.
Good luck with your mission, though.
Absolutely. About to say, I'd love to go home and love to be with the ones I care about, but with everything going on right now, especially with some of the stuff that we've seen, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if we can put a few more of these demons in the ground.
Plus, if you went home right now, that might bring a spotlight where you don't need a spotlight.
Bingo. But in the meantime, Blue, just be careful.
I'm pretty good at doing that.
You say.
I ain't dead yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But we should rejoin the others.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk over.
Absolutely.
Wait, you're not leaving, are you? Speaking to Alosa.
Oh, no. I was talked about it, but where my
Yes. No
destination
warning.
where my destination and journey lies, I need to be with you guys. The visions I've seen, I believe, have to do with these nexus or whatever they're called. I fear they are more in tandem with what I need, and I really don't need to be trying to go off alone. Besides, I don't need you slacking on your witch studies.
Hey, I'm... Okay.
The study of the spirits is a very complicated system.
Plus,
Yeah,
we need
yes.
someone here to keep Guardian in line.
What?
You're
Shut
not-
up, Blue.
Very tempted to have him pull a gun and Garden tells him to shut up.
Either way, mates. I have no intent. This is something that we have to do, at least for now.
It's just a temporary split.
Just
I
a,
ain't saying goodbye.
just a temporary spit. I have no intention of leaving you all, and there's so much information that still needs to be found. Besides, I still owe you guys a couple favors.
More
Just-
than a couple.
Hey, Philman,
Yes, son?
just don't get another dragon dropped on top of you.
No promises on that, son. Ow.
When you guys thinking you're gonna leave?
I'm thinking we ride out one more night of travel. But when nightfall comes and I give you guys one last night of protection, the next morning I plan for us to teleport out. Me and it's Blue. You're gonna be you're gonna have to be the main arcane user, aside from you, Henrik, of course.
Hey, I have that shit now.
fuck kind of magic you talking about? I got a gun. And potions.
That's a lot of pressure.
Hey, hey,
You're gonna do fine.
Blue. I wouldn't have the confidence to leave if I didn't think that you could handle this.
I mean, I
Besi-
can cast counterspell.
exactly. And besides, you watch as she puts that stone in your hand, and she looks at you. You will have me anytime that you need me. And if you're really in a bind, I'm currently working on some magic to be able to come directly to you. But that takes time.
No, in the middle of fight. Calls. Got it.
Exactly. But if you're really in a jam, just know I'm trying to learn a spell to be able to come directly to you. It's just going to take time to master it.
Yeah, hold on. Cloak. Do you have Misty Step in your arsenal?
Let me take a look. I'm currently taking a look at her spells.
Or a healing word?
Healing word she does not. But currently going through her spell list. Let's see here. Gosh darn it, character sheet, get out of the way. Let's see here.
Shut up, coxgun with malicious intent.
No. No, she does not.
Blue's gonna reach underneath his robe. I was saving these for. He's gonna pull off the two patches and holds his hand out with it closed. Hold your hand out.
You watch she does?
He's gonna flip his hand and drop the patches into her hand.
And you give her the patch which has the scroll of Misty Step and...
The scroll of healing word.
Alright. The only problem is she will immediately give you the healing word scroll back. As far as I understand, healing word is not a wizard spell, so she can't learn it. But she also feels like it'd be better in your hands than hers. I'll have Knuckle with me, so no matter what, I will be safe. Besides,
Keep that.
Besides, you have another healer that needs a lot of support right now.
Henrik, you're gonna have to work double time potions.
to
Speaking,
You know you're muted. Or wait, no, never mind. My brain not working. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Speaking of Belwraith,
He
I do
sits up and looks back.
I do want to give you something. I've been working on it in my spare time, and I feel like it's something that you could be useful. It could be very useful to you.
Gun.
Fucking Ben pulled out a Glock. No. You watch as she actually hands you a scroll.
Uh-oh.
This is a scroll that I made specifically for you.
Oh.
And where you're going right now, I feel like you're going to need it. And it's a useful tool.
Calm emotions.
No.
He needs therapy.
I mean, he does. But
Who doesn't?
that's true. Logic said it best when he said everyone needs a therapist.
He'll nod and put it in a pouch.
Alrighty. So you can write that you have a magic scroll.
What level?
believe it is a level 3.
Doesn't matter.
I believe it is a level 3 scroll. I mean, you could take a look at it if you wanted to.
Yeah, sure.
The spell, it is a 3rd level spell. It is
What school of magic am I getting off of it?
Abjuration.
Ooh.
As you look at it, it is the spell Intellect Fortress.
Good.
Oh,
He's gonna need that.
It's gonna be
But I say, do you need to know what this spell does, or?
Intellect Fortress. Yep.
He's just looking at
Oh, you just look it up? Okay.
I was writing it down.
Okie dokie.
Well, what does it do?
Hey, why do you have that right now?
Basically, what the spell does is it's a concentration spell that lasts an hour. That you or one willing creature you can see within range has resistance to psychic damage, as well as advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Hey, I have a chest plate that does that. Get wrecked.
Oh.
Resistance to psychic damage.
And gives advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Alright, thank you.
Not a problem. I made this specifically for you because I have no idea what you guys may be walking into. And similar to what I told Blue, I'm currently working on a spell to be able to come back to you guys. So if you need me, I can be there.
So, like, you guys want to get wasted before you leave, or?
Well, to be honest, we would be delighted.
Sounds like a plan.
We should drink, friends.
Alright.
One final farewell.
Just to
Well, not
ensure
one final.
that
Not, you wouldn't say one final farewell because that doesn't completely make sense.
We're all dead.
A farewell drink.
just to make sure I have this written down right. Intellect Fortress scroll, 1 charge, utility, consumable, concentration 1 hour, resistance to psychic, and advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
That is correct.
Okay.
It is a very good spell.
Reback. I have learned in Arma that rebacks are very important.
Indeed, you are correct. But with that being said, you guys, I assume as soon as it starts to grow dark, you guys decide to take camp for the night.
Good wine.
Pull out the good wine.
Yes.
Bimp will set up the dome. So you guys have one more night of the dome. Without then, and the next time you guys camp, unfortunately, you will not have Bimp casting Bimp Notton's tiny hut.
This just means Blue needs to get to that next level. That's fine.
So, for the sake of brevity, you guys have plenty of time of merriment to spend as much time with your fellow NPCs for as much as you can. If you have any questions you want to ask them or any moments you want to have with them before they leave, now is the time.
Don't fucking die.
Wow. Wow. Harsh truths.
Keep yourself safe. Selves safe. Not selves. You know what I mean to say. Tongue not working right.
You as well, son. And don't do too many hag hunting without us, alright?
You got it.
But it'd be a fine trophy.
Fully agree on that, friend.
And as the night does progress without incident, you guys are one day travel into the way to Padstow. With that being said, the morning comes, and as the morning comes,
Enric, gonna be nice for a change.
oh,
Oh.
Pimp gets the potion
Of.
of relentless endurance.
Oh, all right
Oh.
then.
Wait, what potion?
Bimp.
Immortal potion.
Oh.
Gay potion.
Bimp,
Oh God, you almost made me spew when you said that.
Bim Norton will look at you, Henrik. Are you sure you want to give this to me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, there's only 4 of you. There's like, I don't know, a lot of us.
Well,
Ugh.
6 of you for sure.
Yeah, that number. I
Yeah.
have a gun. You guys don't. You need it more.
Fair enough. And you watch as Bim just kind of gives you a smile, and you watch as she slightly puts her hand. You watch as she very lightly puts her hand on yours. Be safe, Henrik. You're
Right.
You know, you're not. You're a lot nicer than you like to give yourself credit for.
Don't waste it. I'll
Mhm.
kick your ass.
Knuckle goes, "Don't worry, I'll take it."
You guys should probably give it to Philin. He can drink it and just not die if something big falls on him.
You know, you know, son, I have to second that. Either way, you watch as Bim starts to write the circle, and Blue, you're very familiar with this spell as she writes on the ground the various different fragments and runes and essentially the formula for a specific location. And-
How long does it take to cast that spell again?
I believe it takes a full minute to cast that spell. But
Who's gonna be?
Go ahead.
Who's gonna be questioning her on like the picture of the circle and the stray? If she remembers all the stuff that she needs to do in the wizard tower, he is worried.
Fair.
Hold on one second, quickly.
Henry just gave away one of his 2 prized possessions. Fuck.
Yeah.
3, technically.
Abby just texted me. It's just like I remember. I was about to say I remember that information, and I'm just like, Abby, don't worry. Like it's fine.
Ow.
I mean, to be fair, Bim Naughton was her character.
Bimp's like half her character, half not. It's very weird.
It's very much Abby, but in some sense, it's me because Abby made her character. I created more of her backstory. But it's very much Abby. Just I did a little stuff on the side so that way she could optimize a little bit more to have more spells.
It's your child.
Fair.
Yeah, it's her child, and I was the child's guidance counselor essentially, or advisor.
Of all the analogies you could have used, guidance counselor is the one you chose?
Sure. Hey,
That works.
I'm not the one who made her go onto a cart that nearly got crushed to death by a boulder. Like someone in this chat right now.
We don't speak of it.
we don't talk about that. Not in this household. But
Those were times long past, Winter.
long ago.
In
In
a galaxy far, far away. Oh God.
We're not going to talk about this very much, but I'm very excited for Star Wars: Last Survivor. But we're not going to get into that right now. We're going to continue on. But you watch as Bimp.
There.
But you watch as Bimp nearly finishes the circle and turns to you all. This is far from a farewell. This is just to see you later. You can talk to me anytime.
Understandable.
But before I leave, just one last thing to say. Blue, stay cheerful. You are a very good-looking person when you smile.
Goddamn.
If I ever lose my cheer, then you know something
Mm-hmm.
happened. So I'm gonna keep.
Garnan, keep that rage in check. You're so...
Yeah, about that. I can't do
He's a
that
coward.
anymore.
That's not what I meant. When you're in control, you are far more dangerous than any person could ever see. Don't lose yourself, okay?
I don't think I could.
Cause
You,
here,
you might still have anger issues, but
Yes, Ben.
just make sure you stay on your toes. And don't worry.
You got it.
And don't worry. I'm doing as much research as I can on hags to help you as much as I possibly can.
I am very grateful for you, Ben. Thank you.
Absolutely. And, make sure that Blue is careful. You think you can do that?
You got it. You got it, friend. He
And-
does seem a little choked up about this.
Absolutely.
Figured I'd say that.
Absolutely. Belwraith,
Mm,
give him
I'm
hell.
not even-
Give
I'm
him,
not.
give him hell. That church, I feel like that church might need some.
He nods to her.
Henrik, keep them out of trouble. They're gonna need one responsible person.
Yeah, just don't waste my potion. Just it's one of a kind.
I-
Please, I'm begging you.
I promise you I won't.
It's my baby.
And you watch as she writes the final rune. And wherever you go, may the sun shine on you.
Wait, Knackle, how am I gonna do the god shit without you? Oh, shit.
You'll always have me, friend. And you watch as the portal opens up and just
I didn't
Blue's
think about
gonna-
this.
yeah.
Blue hugs himself and looks at his film and it's just later, Gator.
In a while, crocodile. And Kark just looks at you all. Good luck, mates. And you watch as he walks through.
Good luck,
Don't fall down the stairs.
And the portal disappears in front of you guys.
It's so good.
And now it's just you guys.
Everyone's just bursting into tears.
My baby.
Henrik's crying, but not for the reason you think.
Henrik
Yeah,
gets a
it's for
hug.
the reason I
Blue's-
think.
Henrik gets a hug. Blue's pulling out the sending stone instantly.
You immediately just call Bimp Naughton.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't take long. How much danger are you in?
I just wanted to make sure that didn't mess up a rune or.
Nope.
You okay?
Nope, we're currently inside my mistress's tower.
Alright. Tell the book lady I said hi. Just wanted to make sure you got there fine.
Absolutely. If we find out anything else, please. If we find anything else out, we'll let you know. But if you find out anything, let us know, okay?
One of a kind.
If we find any more information about demons or demon culture, we'll let you know.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'll talk to you later.
You as well, Blue. And you watch as the light on the sending stone turns off. Alright, guys. So, do you continue on?
I
Yes.
think we need to go back to Melbourne.
Do we need to go back to Melbourne? Alright, guys.
I think we should actually turn around, maybe travel the Ravage path again for shits and gigs.
Hell yeah! Let's fucking do it! Let's fucking...
Absolutely not.
Let's
No,
fucking
yeah.
go!
Yeah, I second this idea.
Fucking...
Well, to be fair, Herma, you didn't experience the entire thing, so maybe we should go back.
Oh God, no. Please.
Henrik
Look-
didn't experience the entire thing.
All right, guys. Let's load up the old save file. We'll start back at level 3. Come on, let's do this.
Let's go. No, let's start from the beginning. Peg one. Come on.
Peglin.
God.
Garnet
Good
wasn't even
part.
there at that time.
It's
New game
Yes.
plus.
New game plus.
New game plus. We have all our equipment.
Oh God, that would be overpowered as hell.
That would be a really fun one-shot.
It would be a fun one shot,
Agreed.
but for
We
right.
just come back, slaughter.
Completely eradicate the dragon kid. The dragon fletchling?
Guys, you could go back and kill Garland. You can kill him before he becomes an avatar.
Yes. Oh, that would be so
Look.
sweet.
Garland became an avatar because he lost to a fucking lizard. Right?
I just like the thought of
Yeah, basically.
I just like the thought of Garland getting ready to fight, fucking trying to get into the fight. All of a sudden, there's a bullet that goes through his head, and just Henrik from the distance. Well,
That's a day, asshole.
God, if anyone had invented time travel, it would be Henrik.
It's just been revoked.
Chronology is a thing.
Yes.
Chronochurchy is a thing, but not that advanced
Yet.
yet.
Yeah. We would
I-
want that would cause some weird.
Look,
ideas.
just give me the organs of the god of time, and we'll make a potion. All right. It's
Oh
easy.
God.
We still don't know what those amulets do technically.
Listen here. Let's not try to turn a D&D campaign into a season of Doctor Who. Let's move on.
Oh, that actually could be a fun campaign idea. although
Come
be
on,
a
guys.
pain.
It's true.
Anyways,
Let's do
just
some multiverse of madness types.
Oh God, please no.
get-
I don't want to be the DM for that. That would be so much work.
Oh God, yeah. I could imagine.
Alright.
Having to be able to keep track of any point of time.
Oofta.
Alright.
Mm.
You have a spell called Legend Lore.
I know it, yeah. I do know the spell.
Is it prepared or need some time?
I can cast it now, however, I will need time.
Could you have either cast Legend Lore on these time amulets or on the melody?
Sorry, out of character. What's the melody?
Melody is
Melody
Go ahead.
is Blue's rapier, the
Yeah.
one that sings to him
And laughs.
and laughs.
I can only do one or the other, unless I can cast it as a ritual, but
checking right now. It is not a ritual spell. However, do you have the material components?
oh shit.
You need at least 250 gold pieces worth of incense. I know you got the ivory because that's how you cast Legend and Lore prior, and that doesn't get consumed. But do you have
the incense.
250 gold pieces worth of incense?
Blue has
probably.
1,000 gold pieces of incense because I stole it.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I stole
You
that.
fucking asshole. That's right.
Oh God.
I need incense for it, but that's
Look, and then Blue just like pulls out bags of incense.
That's what
Look
he's
what I
doing.
found.
I need an incense. I need incense. Oh really? Just give me a second. Reaches his whole arm into bag of holding.
yes, that will work.
Gets
He like,
250.
he like dumps out cinder blocks of incense.
I'll only be able to do one or the other today,
How
so it's
many
up to
days?
It's gonna take at least another 2-3 days to get to Padstow.
Then it'll be fine.
which would you like me to do first?
Melody. I still don't know what abilities it has. It just pops them up whenever it lights.
I'll take the sword and then cast Legend Lore on it.
All right, so everyone else is gonna have to get off the card for this for you to be able to for you to be able to have the space you need to cast the spell.
Okay. We can walk while
Yeah.
Eric.
So you guys.
Because would be fine with walking for this moment.
Oh my goodness gracious! There's a cute little baby. Am I holding her?
No,
Aw.
I was gonna put her to bed. Did you want to give her a kiss?
Yes, I do. Come here, little baby. Oh, daddy's little baby.
Cough, cough. Best time to play for Legend Lore.
Oh, so I apologize. Look, Abby put a 3-month-old baby in front of me. It was really hard to resist.
Throw it, throw it, throw it.
Completely understandable.
My 3-month bundle of joy just could not resist.
Make a field goal. Come on, Winter. Last quarter of the game.
Look,
Gotta
you
do it.
look. You may have got the gun, but I got the bullets. Ah!
Alright, alright. Focusing.
Okay.
Legend Lore.
Funny
Focusing.
as shit. You just run away from me with the bullets in your hand.
So you're focusing on melody.
Yes.
So you take the time and you start muttering the incantations and the various magical prayers you say in order to cast the spell. As you sit down and set the ivory pieces and you light the incense, and the incense does become consumed, as suddenly you start to feel a sensation in the back of your head, and as you open your eyes, you start to see visions. You see visions of long ago, a time of darkness and despair. You see visions of people suffering under the tyrannical control of these beings that you don't quite recognize. Roll me an arcane check.
Ooh.
Bardic inspiration.
Well, this would have had to be before he cast the spell.
Yeah. Sorry, Arcane?
Arcane.
You got this.
That's gonna be a... One moment. 12?
A 12? Okay. That's enough to at least get a gist of what they are. You see these various creatures with some with extra appendages, some that look like they've been scarred or basically been morphed, and the more you see it, the more you recognize them as beings of the elemental chaos. These are primordials. Not full on like, massive titans, but definitely beings of intense strength. And you see an individual who dressed in not dressed in the greatest armor, but some of the most finely crafted clothing. And you watch as he plays his instruments and battles some of these primordials. You see him wielding a blade that seems to hum and sing every time he did. You would recognize this blade as Melody, the right hand of and oh gosh, what is? Apologies, I'm pulling up the proper name of this. It's in my notes. Apologies.
Melody, the right arm of Lyra.
Yes. You would know that this blade was granted to the champion. Was previously granted to the champion. Champion to the god of entertainment and music. Basically, during the time of Great Darkness, which is one of the grand events of this realm, many of the gods chose champions to fight in their stead and gave them weapons in which they could use to fight the primordial entities that ruled over them. You would know that this blade is a legendary blade, which Tiny. You would know that the bonus is it naturally gifts, but on top of that, in its current state, this particular weapon has the ability to let you have a free use to cast a mirror image. Whenever you deal damage, you can choose to give up a bardic inspiration to be able to deal a extra die of damage equal to that bardic inspiration. So in your case, it is a extra d8 at the current moment.
That's not bad.
And the last effect is laughter is laughter beyond. If you were to go down and drop to 0 hit points but not killed outright, laughter from beyond can allow you to give up a bardic inspiration to drop down to 1 hit point.
Nice.
In its current form, that is what this blade does.
So it's a multi-step blade.
How that works, that works, and how it could gain new abilities or anything, you have no idea.
I'll find out.
But
It's
it
the Ravager 2.0.
It's, well, I mean, no.
Oh.
Yes and no. There's a difference. The Ravager originally started as a cursed weapon. And to be fair,
It takes on the not skills. Something about the user. My brain.
yeah, and to be fair, where that blade comes from, if you ever want to legend lore that, there's a bit to it.
There.
Blood.
Is that all to the legend lore?
To that particular legend lore, yes, unless there's something specific you want to try to get out of it.
No, not particularly. I mean,
Otherwise, you see some of the visions of where the blade has gone over the years, from various hands to even inside of a museum, and the last person to wield it before Blue was the Utoruk, and you get a sensation of where his faith lies.
Before stepping out of the cart to return the weapon, he'll use his own cloth to clean it off, the same cloth he uses to clean his armor and his own weapons.
Fair enough.
He will do his very best job of doing so.
Absolutely. I won't make you roll for this because you are well versed in cleaning armor and weapons. It is something you have taken pride in your own time. So yeah, after a few moments, it is as shiny as it can be.
Then you just look over at the Ravager, which has never been cleaned a day in its life.
Nope, never. Still covered in necrotic blood.
Oh god, that would reek.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, it was just a click of, God, if it really didn't get cleaned, it would stink. I could imagine bits of flesh still hanging off of it.
Those are called trophies.
Fair.
He'll step out of the cart again and offer Blue his sword back while informing him of what he has learned.
So it is the blade of a champion. I've discovered 2 abilities, but that new ability left, that will come in a lot handy.
Agreed.
That's what you said it was in its current form, right?
I did, yes.
Do you think
Maybe
you could
more.
upgrade, kind of like the Ravager?
Good chance. This blade is older than any of ours. Anything that I know of, even.
Indeed. I'll say this for funsies, just because you are somebody who of the church, and to this would be part of Tyr's teachings. During the time in which the gods came to this plane of existence, when the primordials ruled, was during the time of darkness, which was a great war that happened between the gods and primordials, in which a lot of champions rose in the name of their gods, and you would know that there is a weapon championed by Tyr, which is a great hammer that has been lost to time. No one knows what happened to it.
Blade may. This blade is likely as old as the gods themselves.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. If champions get weapons or something from their god, Does that mean I'm going to get something?
You have that. I don't think you need one.
Yeah, but like new armor, that'd be pretty cool.
Would I know?
Roll a religion check.
I have
Okay.
a random question while he's doing that.
That's gonna be a
Do
6.
Go on.
Tabaxi worships the same gods as or do they have like their own pantheon?
They technically have their
Just
own. They technically have their own pantheon.
Oh, okay.
But I say you would how Uskar in the jungle country to the south across a bit of ocean between the two continents. They actually worship a. Oh gosh, hold on. I'd have to pull up the pantheon that I have written for
Tree.
them. But the main one, you would know that there is a god. There is a god. There is the Uskar equivalent of the god of the sun. With similar, basically the closest god that most in Atharia that kind of resembles what the Uskar pantheon is. It's like Pelor, because he is the god of the sun and agriculture, which for Uskar is a really big deal.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But technically, I'd have to go into my own notes, my special notes of Uskar, as they technically have their own god of the sun, and
Oh, cool.
that, which is kind of their own their own viewpoints
Apollo.
and pretty much. You get what I'm saying? Like very
Yeah, I know what you mean.
similar concept, similar portfolio, but technically two different entities.
Cool. I figured I'd ask because it just clicked. Like, I have no idea what the Tabaxi religions are.
Well, I mean,
except for that, what they believe after the afterlife of becoming one with nature and
In-
yada, yada.
Indeed, and basically in D&D culture, the Tabaxi would technically worship similar gods to that of other beings. In my world, technically, Uskar does have its own pantheon, which is something that if you ever want to sit down and have a conversation, I will gladly go over that with you.
Sure,
Sometime
sometime-
don't care much about the gods.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because you're kind of a little indifferent with the gods. I'm not indifferent. You know what I mean.
And not a super religious person, but someone who acknowledges the gods for what they are.
Yeah.
I would say that probably of the Atharian gods, Pelor and Maliki are probably the closest to what Kazir would be used to.
What
It would have to
pantheon do
be-
you even use, Winter? Because I see shit from like the Forgotten Realms. I see shit from everything else.
So
All
basically,
of them.
So basically, what I do is we're gonna take a moment to step away from the game just so I can explain this real quick. So basically, how I do this is that they're technically the main gods of which the Forgotten Realms introduced into the lore, and I very much like to try to keep the main gods. What I like to do, however, in my own games is technically yes, these are the main gods. Obviously, they're the ones who like built the pantheon and everything. However, just like how they exist in our world, there are technically multiple pantheons. It's almost as if they all had the same like portfolio and how they have the same like rule over the same things. Like for example, Apollo in like Greek mythology is the god of the sun, but if you went to like Egypt, you would notice that there's Horus, the god of the sun. And if you went to like Africa, they have their own gods of the sun, and so on and so forth.
Kind of like how Greek and Roman are pretty much the same, but just different names.
Exactly. It's basically like it's still pretty much the same god. It's just a different name. And I like to introduce more of the demigod or lesser god like viewpoints, where technically there are other gods that have similar portfolios but are slightly different. It makes the world a little bit more fun because if it was like, oh yeah, there are only 8 gods and that's it.
Makes sense.
Can I roll a religion check to see if Blue knows anything about Lyra?
I mean, you certainly can. You can certainly try. You're technically trained in religion, and
Sorry to have gone on that side.
no, it's fine.
Bring up that side rant. Just
No, it's perfectly fine. I also like to implore the agents of those gods and everything, like the archangels and everything.
I also wasn't informed of the question I asked, whether or not.
Yeah. I rolled a 6.
That was what I was gonna address just now while Tiny was rolling. So basically for you, Balwraith, what you would know is that unfortunately with a 6 you don't know too much, but you would know that every god that has ever existed has carried around carried around weapons or armor for their champions, and maybe even multiple pieces depending on which god it is. The only ones you really have an example for Tyr, and that's kind of the closest you have, is the Hammer of Justice, which is the weapon of Tyr, and also the scales of shielding, which is the shield that's specifically made for a knight of Tyr. Those are the only two that you know of. The other ones are a mystery to you, as every religion has their own in-depth viewpoints. So what, like, Savros would have, or what Palor would have, or what the Raven Queen would have, it's hard to say.
Raven Queen has a gun.
Dude, that'd be terrifying if any of these gods had a gun.
Honestly, she would probably have like a scythe.
Probably.
I feel like that would fit her.
I mean, it would.
It's death, so yeah.
Pass this information along
Huh.
in less exact terms.
As in, he has no idea other. They have
Damn.
weapons.
There.
Blue, do you know?
Uh, he's just thinking. I got a 26.
A 26? You and...
Actually,
Go ahead.
continue.
Lyra.
For Lyra specifically... Hold on one second.
He's curious what god this weapon came from.
You're talking about Lyra?
Yeah.
You and know Lyra... Go ahead.
This is the right arm Lyra, so yeah.
Yes, you would know that Lyra is known as the goddess of illusion and trickery, but is also the god of, like, prayer. You would also know that Lyra is attached to the goddess of joy, which is very much... It's kind of a weird combination for Lyra. Essentially, Lyra is always believed in playful trickery, always wanting to kind of get the better of people, but it's always about in good fun. It's very much entertainment at its finest.
So it sounds right up Blue's alley.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if you wanted another good example of like a god similar to this, would be like the Moonweaver, a goddess of good fortune and trickery. But of course, naturally, if you wanted to go like full entertainment, that would be Malil, the god of poetry and song.
There.
But that's a whole different thing.
And religion for the question.
Oh,
Guardian.
I just checked the chat. Trias was a or is what Blitz said.
Like Norse mythos, hell yeah. But I say you are correct. Tyr technically has their own position in the pantheon of Faerun and the Forgotten Realms, but yes, one of Tyr's is a sword for sure.
Cool.
I got 21.
Also, rock and poem.
For sure.
It can be cruel, poetic, or blind, but yeah.
Go
you
ahead.
guys can read. Never mind. My brain not fully working right now.
It's all good.
21 for the question. That well. That
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Talking about Savros. Let me pull up what
champion weapons.
with a 21 you do know for a fact that based on the studies, and you are a lore bard, so it kind of makes sense you would have an idea of this. There are technically 2 items of Savros. One would be the Helm of Savros, which is known as the Helmet of Fate. Yes, I know that's DC, shut up. But it is known as the Helmet of Fate. It was once upon a time wielded by a great knight who who quote unquote had fate on his side whenever he went into battle. But you would know that in lore, the helmet was lost to the sea back in the war against the Warforged. It was lost to the sea, as it was lost in a battle between a section of Atharia and a section of Atol Vor. The other piece you're trying to remember, it's unfortunately with the 21 you're not sure, but you believe, if you remember correctly, it was a set of gauntlets.
Do you like the bottom of the ocean?
I'm going to assume that means that one of them is in the bottom of the ocean.
There's a helmet of fate in the bottom of the ocean. Severus
Oh.
has a pair of gauntlets, but I don't know what they do or where they are. Just gauntlets. You can research that on free time.
Losa, ring a bell.
Alosa will take a roll, but she can't promise anything. And also, Blitz, I understand. Technically, and I know it's complicated, a lot of people would probably get upset. It's like, well, why can't you just have one universal pantheon? It's like, because it wouldn't be fun. Like, it also would be it would be anti-cultural of me to go like, yeah, no, they all just follow the same gods. It's like, no, every culture
So
has...
I guess you could get wiggle room by saying it's the same god, they just go by different names.
Exactly. And, like, in my opinion, I like to associate it with, like, there are technically demigods of similar portfolios, and also there are archangels that would represent their gods.
You could also go with, like, Ares, the god of war, and Artemis, the god of war. They're both in the same pantheon. It's just, like, different aspects of it.
Indeed. I'm trying to remember. It's been some time since I've studied Savros, but what Blue says I believe is correct. And technically, there are, I believe, a set of gauntlets that do... What was their name? I believe it was... It's not ringing a bell. I know that it exists, but I don't quite know where it is. I would need time to reflect on that.
We'll figure it out sometime.
Fuck, that's weird. I'm not used to god shit. Okay, well, thank you anyways.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Blue's gonna get back in the cart.
Everybody wants to get into the myth talk. It's like, I mean, I could talk about how the creation of the realm happened. But we could be here for a long time.
Yeah, no.
That would be a fun idea, though. Not for a D&D stream, but like...
Hello, everyone.
A one-time
Welcome to the D&D lecture.
Dang.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe. I'm glad you're on my side.
I would like that, actually, kind of. It could be fun, just us talking and shooting the shit about the lore of your world.
Yeah, that's more of an end game thing.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, I mean, stuff that would be more common knowledge, kind of, not the deeper lore.
Exactly. But I mean, like, maybe when if you guys successfully come to the end of the campaign, whether you live or die, we could always have a discussion afterwards. Maybe we'll do a sit down stream and just talk about stuff. And if you guys want to know more about like that stuff, I'll gladly go into full detail.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But anyways.
Blue gets in the cart. I had rolled a D1. Gonna do this. Set it as a 75 and above. He rolled a 76. So he's gonna send a prayer to Lyra real quick.
All right.
Oh wow.
I didn't pass out for 10 minutes. You did.
Fair.
Ooh.
Fair. I do tend to do that.
That's why I
said
Just God stuff. It's fine.
Henrik seems like the kind of person. It's like, no, I know the gods are there. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh,
Garnet was like that for the
you
longest
can't
time.
be atheist in D&D.
Yeah, I think Percy said it best. It's like, if you're an atheist, you're an idiot.
Technically, you couldn't be an atheist in D&D.
No, you
It
couldn't,
would be
because
like,
the gods have made such an impact on the world.
Yeah.
Exactly. The very fact magic is a real thing in a way, it kind of proves gods exist.
Yeah, considering Mystra, the goddess of magic.
You could.
You could. You could be an atheist in this world, but you'd also be an idiot.
It'd be arrogance, not ignorance.
Someone, I just had a little flick of a memory. Someone said something about how you could be an atheist. Oh yeah, I think the way someone phrased it is that they aren't believing that they aren't actually gods, that they are just
really
more powerful beings.
Ooh.
Or something.
Oh, don't get me started on that stuff. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the people like trying to pull that shit and like, oh my god. My brain immediately went to an example and it's just like, oh fuck you, you piece of shit.
Oh god.
Try to say it like, is it a god? It's obviously a being beyond our understanding, so therefore they're just something that we don't have a proper name, therefore we call it a god. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, come on.
That's kind of the same thing as saying it's a god, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
God is a being of power
beyond our comprehension.
Exactly.
Anyways.
I digress.
Prayer to Lyra.
All right, but anything in particular you're praying about, or just a basic prayer?
Blue's gonna kind of use the melody as a bit of a catalyst. Won't do much, but he's gonna do it anyways. Lyra, this is Blue. Part of Solaris, I know you're watching, as gods tend to do, because it's probably boring up there and nothingness. Thanks for letting me use this weapon. It's helped a lot in fighting these annoying demons.
Is doing this and just hurting inside.
To me, the DM, also hurting on the inside. But prayer is its own way.
Prayer is his own way. He prays as if it's just talking to a friend he hasn't seen in a while.
Respect. All right. Oh. Noted.
I don't like the sound of that. Okay, onwards.
Don't know what you're talking about. All right. So you take the time. You say your prayer. I assume you resheath melody.
Onward.
You just hear a slight chuckle as you continue on with your day.
Day of sitting and walking.
So with that being said, I would like you guys to roll a perception check.
Okay.
What if I choose not to? What if I don't want?
I mean, you could choose not to.
I'm gonna, but like.
13 plus 9. My brain, no math.
22.
22. Low. Really low.
Wait.
Really low.
I'm gonna be in 23.
Nice. So 22, 23, 12.
22.
22, and Henrik?
22.
I
don't know what my brain is doing.
Natural one. Okay.
Wow.
Yo, Henrik, you've never been out this way. This is interesting. Look at that sky.
Oh, fuck.
He's looking at you right now. It's fine.
Henrik's just lost in his own notes and lost it at some
He's being too distracted by Blue.
Say, Blue, his own tech and everything, notes. He's got a lot to think about.
Oh wait, no. He's too broken up still about the loss of his potion.
His baby.
Just working on his stuff, and all of a sudden he just kind of sets his book down. And he's like, I bet she fucking used it. God damn it.
Only a day in. No trust.
Bet Knackle tried to drink it even though he doesn't have a mouth. Oh shit! Ah, fuck!
Hope you didn't lose your drink too much.
It's fine. It's fine. It only landed on some of my notes.
It's not good.
It actually only spilled on a little bit of my note paper. It's okay. It's not even on not on my notes, but just on some of my note paper.
Just the paper. It's fine.
Okay. It's just damage. It was just one of my damage sheets. It's all good.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank God. Oh God, no. No.
Actually drop that on the information of Western.
Hey, I will no, I keep that on its own little fucking side table that I don't let any drinks nearby.
There.
That stays safe. It's sacred.
You're damn right it is. I put a lot of work into that.
It's pretty much a small book. Not even small book. It's a bibliography of Westray.
It's true.
I think that's what it's called.
I mean, yeah, it would be an accurate term. Bibliography is a pretty accurate term for what that is.
It's the first smart word that popped in my head, and it fits.
I love my wife is just like, do you need another drink? I mean, if you want to bring me another drink, I won't argue. Are you listening right now? Swear to God, if I get a text, maybe. Shut up. God damn it.
Do it, Abby.
Anyways, for any of you who rolled over a 20, you would notice that there's a little bit of you notice that there are some dark clouds rolling in. It's not going to come anytime soon, but before nightfall, you're probably going to get some. You're probably going to get a snowdrift in the area.
All right. Guys, we should probably find a good place to settle. We don't have Bim's bubble, so it's going to be a cold one. I know me and
Fuck, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I know me and Garnan are gonna be fine. He's a Furbolg and I have Disarmy, but I mean, you guys, I don't know how good and suited to the cold you are. I don't want you guys getting sick, so let's find some place to settle.
Sounds like a plan to me. God.
No, why would I be listening?
Are you eavesdropping? That's rude. You shouldn't eavesdrop, babe.
Just come sit in the room. Join the conversation. It's a doozy.
Hey, hold on one second.
Cross again. I don't like that Winter just said.
Does Belrace know he's been muted this whole time?
Yes.
Just making sure.
Okay.
I mean, I know how I do it all the time, so figured.
And just go.
Yeah, I agree. We probably should find a place to nest sooner than later.
Your fur's built for the warmth, cause you're from the desert, man.
Yes, I know. Mm.
Wait, really?
I have.
Yeah.
If you would have read one of the comments,
This is the,
right
this
there.
is the
Yeah.
north parts.
I know.
You will freeze your balls off here.
Yeah, little fun fact about tabaxi in my world. There are actually multiple kinds of tabaxi, including there are like tabaxi that live in the far north, but Kazir is not one of them.
Oh yeah, no. Kadir is the warm kind that has kind of like shorter fur.
He will freeze his
the
nuts off.
the sand is always greater elsewhere.
Yeah.
Skyrim joke.
Thank you.
Little Cloud District.
Actually, that's why it's called Elsewhere.
It is.
Well, not that, but pretty
that,
close to it.
That is the proper reason why it's called Elsewhere, is because the Khajiit, the tabaxi of the Elder Scrolls universe, their comment, literally their slogan for their country is, "The sand is always warmer elsewhere." It's.
I thought it was like peace can only be found elsewhere.
If you want to learn more about that stuff, check out Shoddycast on YouTube.
I'll have to look it up again.
They do a whole Elder Scrolls lore.
It's been a while since I've watched any of that kind of stuff,
Let's
so
just say it's
I'm
both,
rusty.
you know?
Yeah, like
Agreed.
specifically, there's a thing on Khajiit. It's really awesome. It's like less than 20 minutes. It's great. But anyways,
I'll watch that probably tonight after stream.
hell yeah. But either
Who's gonna look for the good place to set up shop?
have you roll a survival check.
I will release the survival check.
If anybody wants to grant assistance or do a simultaneous survival check, you certainly can.
Kazir will help him.
All right, so
Since Kazir doesn't really know shit about snow.
I will do my own.
noted.
22.
22. All right.
It'll be
Nice.
a 20 for me.
Nice. All right. It takes a little bit of time, but you guys decide to kind of go off the beaten path of the main road as you guys have now gone fully. You've followed the trail to the south where it would normally where it straightens out east. It's a lot of open area, but you'll notice that there are a couple of like hill points where like some of the land starts to divot and go upwards and then come down, and there's a pretty good size like slope that would help protect you guys against the wind. Basically would be the perfect place for camping.
Alright. To the camp.
All right. So you guys decide to stop a little early today to give you guys the chance to make a proper camp.
We don't want to be caught in the middle.
Yeah, that's fair. Probably a wise call.
Lot of traveling merchants.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, because you guys take the time to actually set up the camp to make sure that you're out of the wind, you guys do not need to make con saves for being away from exhaustion, but your horses also are safe from taking points of exhaustion.
Yay.
Sweet.
We treat the horses good.
Do you guys? I assume you guys just do a rotation for the night.
Yeah. Rotate watch.
No rules necessary for tonight, as it's pretty hard not to see anything. As right, the thing about the trip to Padstow, which is really nice, it's really hard for anything to sneak up on you. It's a lot of like flat land.
True.
People with passive perceptions of 19.
Yeah.
So if something did try and sneak up.
Yeah, but I was about to say, but as far as tonight goes, it's gone without incident. You guys get a full night's rest. Spells are refilled and all that.
Let's take the last watch so we can wake everybody up with music.
Yeah.
So now the day progresses, and we're continuing on to Padstow. I need somebody to. I would like somebody, or if you guys would all like to, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
I'll roll because why
Will
not?
Henrik help me?
Low.
That's going to be a natural 20 for a 27 overall.
Nice.
That's a 17 for a
My
20.
brain just shit on me.
Oh.
13 plus 9.
22.
22.
So
I keep getting 22.
nice.
Two
That's weird.
27s.
So 27, 27, 22, and wow,
Low.
if I heard correctly, Garnan got low. Garnan, you're just enjoying this weather. This feels a lot more like home. You know, this weather feels a lot more like home to you.
Snow.
Because they're all complaining. It's like, oh, it's cold. And Garnet's like, it is?
Oh,
Blue's nice and bundled up in his northern and, you know, his fluffy clothing.
Dude, it feels great out here.
This is the nicest I felt in a while. Goddamn.
hey that.
Man, it's almost as if you guys should have, you know, stopped during the week we had resting and bought some fluffy clothing.
Remind me next town we go to get a good coat.
You see Alosa kind of shaking a little bit. Probably for the best if we both do.
Darnan will take off his cloak and give it to
Wait,
Luke.
Thank you.
It might be a bit big for
Cold.
her.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like a blanket on her. To be fair,
yeah,
It works.
it works.
His jacket would be a poncho for her.
But yeah, Garnet, even with your shirt off, it's still really nice.
I got some extra winter clothing if you want to fit into one.
Actually, I think I have something warmer, but nah, not really.
Blue has a lot of sets of clothing.
It's true.
Sierra kind of does, but
I bought like 20 once.
And besides, if Garnet really wants to be warm, Garnan specifically, he specifically went out to hunt a bear for his fancy clothes that you guys still have.
Yeah.
oh god, yeah. No, what?
You can put on fancy.
It's in his bag of holding right now. He just hasn't
It's true.
used it.
Well,
That's
Blue's gonna take out 2 of his coats and give one to Kazir and Alosa.
Alrighty.
How's
Let's see.
Henrik holding up?
Kazir puts. Actually, how warm would studded leather armor be?
It'd be
Not
okay.
very.
It would be okay, but not very. Like it's
Yeah.
it's not as well insulated as like something that would be like proper. I mean, basically, this weather isn't going to hinder you guys. It's just a bit chilly. Now, if you were to go to like the higher points of Tuscadol, then
Oh yeah, fair.
that's when like you would start getting like that would a good example of like the northern high.
Well, I mean, the way I'm thinking it, Kazir is used to the Uskar winter, which is probably not that cold.
Non-existent.
Winters do get pretty cold. But
It's summer here.
it was just a quick flash of blue.
Oh, absolutely. The yes, Flash of Genius. I'm about to say, I just said Henrik's like Flash of Genius, Flash.
Why?
No, for Uskar, you are completely correct. It does get very cold at night because of the fact that you're living in a desert or near a
that's fair.
desert.
So
But-
guess Kazir wouldn't be that cold.
But at the same time, like this is different. That's more just like the temperature wise cold. This is biting cold with wind.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean.
So this is. Go ahead.
Blue's just gonna hand out codes because he's relatively the same size as the others. So
Noted. But I
everyone
say,
gets nice comfy
Well,
coat.
Kazir will put it on.
yeah, it feels better once you put a winter coat on and everything. Like
Yeah.
your fur is a pretty nice insulation. Again, none of this weather is bad enough that would be a problem. Like it's cold if you went on without a winter jacket or
my originally thought was brain going. He's used to tropical hot weather all the time. But
It's
then
true.
It was like, oh wait, winter's in the desert gets pretty cold coming from experience.
It's true, but typically the tabaxi will typically like set up fires and everything for that time.
Yeah.
But if you were up north towards the northern parts of Tuscadol, which I mean the closest equivalent to that would be like, and a wanderer can attest to this, would be like going to the northern tundras of Canada.
Yeah.
How the
Makes
fuck would I know? What kind of racist ass bullshit?
Very racist, I know. But basically, like anybody who would know about like more of the north, like anybody who's done any research whatsoever of the northern parts of Canada would know that it's a tundra, and thus
Yeah, it's fucking cold up there, and peanut butter costs $25.
it's true.
Jesus.
Yeah, little fun fact.
That's Canadian dollars, though, which are
Yes,
worth less than the U.S.
$30.
dollar.
So it's like $30 US,
It's
US
true.
dollars.
Oh wow.
Yep.
It would go the other way. It would probably be around 20.
You go the other way.
Actually,
Wait,
no.
let me check
Actually, Wanderer is correct. 10 Canadian money is worth more than American money right now.
Yeah,
So
inflation.
it changed. Okay.
Yeah.
Last I remember, it was worth less.
It was at one point, but then
Just looked it up right now. It's 1.37 Canadian dollar to 1 USD dollar.
Is it yet?
So I was
According
right.
to Google right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right.
The exchange rates must be the exchange rates have been very flippity floppy lately.
Yeah, it changed
One way or
really
another.
fast. Just a few days ago, it was like much lower, according to what I'm looking at
One
here.
way or another, if you're going to Northwest Territories, Yukon or Nunavut, you're paying like thousands for anything.
Yeah,
I don't know how people live up there, but they do.
Anyways.
Oh no, there's not much work there, man.
It's kind of like people moving to Alaska. It's like, yeah, there's definitely like some stuff you can do out there, but it's like there's a reason why Alaska has to pay people to like go out there and live. I assume Canada probably has a similar system if they want people to live near a tundra.
There.
But
Anyways,
yeah. So basically, what I'm getting at is like, as far as this temperature goes, at least at this current moment, this isn't a blizzard, so you guys are doing just fine. Like the weather, the cold weather shouldn't hinder you guys too much. Obviously, if there is a blizzard, that'd be a different story, or a storm. And
I want a blizzard. Goddamn.
But I say, listen here, man. It's negative. It's like -6 degrees outside where I am. So I mean, you know.
No, I've heard.
Yeah, I heard it.
I hate the cold. I mean, it's 30 here and I'm shivering.
It's
love the cold.
I love the cold as well. It's -6 degrees outside. I just also love hot chocolate.
Same. I don't think anyone hates hot chocolate. Anyways,
new day.
Legend
lore on the time thing. Blue's gonna get off and play a song while he's doing.
But before that legend lore goes off, for all people who rolled over a 20, as you guys are walking, you reach the main turning point, the crossroads. Where if you heading from the direction of Westray, if you take a left, you're heading north towards Padstow. Whereas if you take a south, you hit the next crossroads that would take you to either De Morel or Skystead.
Left.
All right. So you guys take the path to the left.
Yeah, we kind of gotta go to Padstow.
Gotta go to Padstow.
All right.
That's the whole point of where we're going.
So you guys are now on the northern section road heading towards Padstow, which for you, Belwraith, is a very, very familiar turn. Only another day and a half, 2 days of travel, and you'll hit Padstow.
Distract yourself with legend lore. Blue's gonna play a song while you do it. He hasn't played a song in a while.
Oh, did we hit a long rest?
Yes, you guys have taken a long rest.
Yeah.
Because you guys took the time, because you guys unanimously decided to take shelter at the point of the hill, you guys were able to get a long rest.
Yeah, that slipped my mind. What's the other one that you wanted me to cast Legend Lore on again?
The time necklaces.
Yes, we really want to know what those do and how they actually work.
Yeah, we've had them for a while. We just haven't figured out what they did yet.
Alright, I'll cast Legend Lore on them.
Alright, so I would say if you can mark, I will note that he has Bardic Inspiration, but I will note that you need to mark that you lose another 250 into gold pieces worth of incense.
Yep.
Wait, do I have guidance? No. Damn.
But Belwraith, you focus your mind on the necklace around the amulet around your own neck. You focus hard. Once again, the ivory pieces sit up, and the incense burning around you. You close your eyes, and you feel that sensation again. And Belwraith, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit!
Con
save. I gave him Bardic Inspiration.
How much does that add on? A D8?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to use it because I rolled an 18 plus 2, so for 20.
So, dirty 20? Absolutely, you're able to withstand it. You start to feel that static sensation again.
Oh, fuck.
As the legend lore goes off, and you start to see visions of a very familiar cathedral that you all had visited once before in the past. As you step back, it's almost as if you're stepping back onto the bridge again, where you can look down and you see a black ichor river that goes down into these holes.
I'm just curious. Is someone near me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would think kind of everyone is in a bit of a group right now.
We're just kind of around the cart. Blue's just standing right. Well, with his loot.
As that feeling comes back, he would sweat just a little bit.
Good there, buddy.
He is focusing on the spell.
Mm-hmm. And for you, you start to feel the sensation, that weird sensation of being inside the cathedral, almost as if the space between time had been altered and affected. And as you do, you see the statue once again, the four-arm statue with the arms built weirdly, staring at you. And you suddenly see, as the vision comes to an end, you start to see what the effects are. The items you guys are currently wearing are literally beads of time lost. This is also another legendary artifact that has one use each. Once you activate the bead of time lost, no matter what your current situation is, the bead will take you back to approximately 24 hours that you were prior for your body, not for sending you back in time. Basically, if you were to activate the bead at any point while you are wearing it, you can use it to cause your body to revert to the way it was 24 hours prior.
Oh.
So is it like teleportation or?
It's more like a
chronomancy.
Yeah, it's
like
kind of
when Kazir got hit with the chronomancy spell and he aged reversed 2 years in age.
Yeah, in this case, picture as if your body. Let me give you a for instance.
So like it'll heal and gain back spell slots.
Yes, but an even better effect if you really think about it. If you wear the bead and 24 hours haven't passed yet, and after, let's say, something bad, the most unfortunate thing happens. Let's say, for example, Blue dies. While the bead is being worn, if you choose to use it, Blue's body would reverse back to the way it was 24 hours prior. So which means that his health would be at what it was 24 hours prior.
I'm pretty sure that's what we thought.
How would that go with his soul, though?
Not well.
Not well. There might be alternative effects, but as far as what the bead does, that is what it does.
Blue would probably want to throw up.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of we kind of assumed it did something like that, but we didn't really know for sure.
Exactly.
We thought that it might just be 30-second reverse, but 24 hours gives it much better than what I thought it was.
Yeah, basically, the Cathedral of Time was an optional quest for you guys. You guys could have avoided that dungeon completely, moved on your merry way, and chose not to do it. But because you guys decided to do it, you were rewarded with a one-use item.
Sweet.
Hey, Henrik, you think you can replicate this thing?
Nope.
Oh, no. I don't think he could, because it's...
He could
as
try.
Far as I understand it, it's like pure magic. It's got no science mumbo-jumbo to it.
It is technically the study of chronomancy, so there are some applications he could study from it, though.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not as impressive.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah. We'll have
sweaty burns.
I mean, that would be up to Herma and Hendrik to decide if he wanted to study the effects of it and try to understand chronomancy more.
Once he comes out of the spell and after explaining what they do, he'll look to Garnan. I'd like you to stay close to me. We're getting closer to Padstow, and I can feel my curse getting stronger.
Okay. What do you mean, like?
I'll make sure to keep my eyes on you.
Do you want me to like kill you or something if something goes bad? I don't get what you're trying to go for.
If I lose control of my actions again, you'll probably be the only one. He'll be easily able to hold me down.
If you can,
Okay.
you look like you're about to pass out, Guardian. If you can hold him, if he does that, I have gauntlet or manacles of anti-magic in case he does do anything bad.
All right.
Oh, just making sure, did Belwraith actually explain all this when he came out of it, or I mean, all the about amulets?
Yes, he would have.
Okay, just checking to make sure.
All right. Blue's gonna pull out the sending stone to Bimp and activate it.
All right. I assume for the sake of brevity, you explain what the bead of. Okay. And she just kind of. I'm gonna roll something for her real quick.
Oh, I'm looking at my wrong thing. That's why I'm.
That's actually
struggling to find it.
That is actually quite interesting. This might have. This might. Unfortunately, chronoturgy is not exactly my specialty. I'm more of the study of evocation. This would take a lot of research to try to understand more thoroughly, but
Oh, there it is. Oh, sorry.
it is fascinating. That's for sure. You just hear Philman. Son, you mean someone could have activated this bead and pulled my body back 24 hours?
Yes.
Apparently so.
Gods damn it. No, you're fine, son. You're fine. It just hindsight is 2020.
Agreed.
Well, if it ever happens again,
if a dragon ever falls 100 feet and lands on you.
Well, works for buildings too.
I mean, true.
Oh wait, no, you wouldn't want to use it if you were under a building.
You might want to. Might want to pull the person out from underneath the building and then use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys basically got the full term effects of what this thing does. However, what Walf brings up is a very interesting point. Who knows?
Sweet.
Well, we finally found out what that mysterious artifact is.
The DM's reward for his players for deciding to not only follow a lead but also do the right thing. So therefore,
quite a good reward.
Hey man, that was an optional dungeon. You guys could have literally walked away.
And it's very good that we now know that it's activated. I mean, we didn't know that it had to be activated.
Yeah, literally, which, by the way, just for anybody who knows, technically, if someone were to die while wearing that bead, wearing the bead on the amulet, someone else could pull it for them.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But only if someone has died.
Yeah, like, say, for example, if I had pulled his amulet instead of using the revivify vial thing.
Exactly. If you would have pulled on Philman's bead, it would have activated and it would have essentially reverted Philman's body 24 hours. But of course...
Well, at least now we know.
I was about to say, but now you know.
Yep.
It is, again,
and technically it wasn't a waste because that actually saved it from a more important situation.
Exactly.
So,
it's one of those things, man. Like, that's just it. This was me rewarding you guys as players for choosing to take the optional dungeon. Also, some of the magical items you guys found was also worth it.
Oh yeah, the dice. I keep forgetting I have those dice and can use them.
Yep, those dice. You learn more about what happened to the monks and what happened to the previous God of Time before the current God of Time now rules over the domain.
Oh yeah, I forgot that one of the rolls makes them nude.
You guys got to see the River Styx, which was very fascinating to see something connected to it, as well as being able to get your first real glimpse into the abyss.
Anyway, we keep getting off track. We should probably.
I apologize, guys. About to say, to be fair, this one was going to be a little wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, you guys can continue forward, and you are now heading northwards. It's by the time nightfall comes, you are pretty darn close to. You are pretty darn close to Padstow. You're still another about half a day, 3/4 of a day away from the town itself. Not the church, but the town itself.
Fair.
Which, for you, Belwraith, you would know that the church is a little bit ways out, technically, like, not out of town. Scales of War is technically, like, just the main, like, you have to head mostly north towards where the town meets the coastline.
At this point, I'd like to ask the group, does anyone have any anti-scrying magic that I can use for our stay in Padstow?
I believe I have a necklace, right?
Indeed you do.
Yeah, he's going to give it to him. Here, it's a necklace I got forever ago.
He'll take it. Do I need to,
It technically but I say it is a attuned item.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Where is it?
Are you sure?
But I say at the thing is that I believe at the time I said that I told you it was a attunable. I don't know. Hold on, let me double check. Let me double check this. Let me double check.
I would have had it in my attunement slots forever ago.
Hold on, let me double check this.
If it is attunement, I've been doing something wrong this entire fucking time.
Well, maybe you might not have been using it.
Either way, I don't have any.
It's not an important thing.
I don't have
I know
any.
Alosa has one on her.
I don't have any.
I know I do, but I'm trying to find it.
It does require attunement.
Oh shit.
That's okay.
Mine
shit happens. It shit happens. It's fine. I'm not gonna make you. I'm not gonna like go like, well, Garnan would have to. No, it's fine.
Besides, it's not like it's a huge important thing that actually would have made much of a difference.
I think I ever used it anyways.
But I say you wore it at the time of which you guys saved the slaves, and then you guys really didn't have to think about it for a long time. So I'm not gonna hold it against anyone. No, it's while wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Where is it?
It's a very...
I just figured that...
Oh, there it is. I was looking right at it.
Out of game, I figured that they don't know who you guys are well enough to scry on you, so... If they're
I guess there would have been people who would been wanting to scry on him.
Yeah, there'd be somebody who'd want to scry on you, Kazir, for sure.
Well, I mean, I'd bet that, why did my brain just shit on Garnan's brother's name?
Oh, Ezrin? Yeah.
Yeah, Ezrin would be wanting to, but
I doubt it.
I don't think Ezrin is the scry type.
He doesn't really care enough about Garnan.
True. That's a good point.
Yeah, I wouldn't say care enough about Garnan, but I would think that Ezrin is not really the magic-y type.
Well, I mean, maybe not Ezrin directly, but, partners.
He's more of a hunt it down, punch it in the face type.
yeah, fair.
Very fair.
And needed to attune to that as soon as I can.
Alrighty. It only takes an hour, so...
Yeah, and we're more than an hour away from it.
You can attune to
Even
that.
still, like, they may know that we're on. At this point, they could know that we're already on our way and are cropping,
There.
So, Belwraith, you're taking the time to put the necklace, the anti-scry necklace on and attune to it. So, and once you finish attuning, you feel that connection. It just feels more like a weird sensation on your neck, basically. Nothing too crazy, just kind of more of a magical effect you're aware of, essentially.
More things to add on to the glowy boy.
Yay.
Yeah, Belric. Yeah, for you, Blue, I assume most of your party glows like a fucking goddamn like fireworks display.
Oh yeah.
It's a rave.
Belwraith would
Kazir
glow
has so much magic shit.
Bell
I mean, not
rave.
like that much, but
Bell rave.
Blue's just gonna be sitting in the back of the cart reading the book.
Knuckle just is magic.
He is. He about to say. Knuckle would glow like a goddamn he would glow like a fucking like someone plugged in a goddamn lamp next to a bunch of glow sticks.
Blue's gonna be in the back of the cart reading the Guide to Portals of Various Realms book that he has.
Which one?
Guides to Portals of Various Realms.
Oh, fair enough.
The one I gave?
Yeah.
All right. Well, just a quick thing for that, because obviously I could go into massive detail about that. Basically, how much time are you putting into the book?
A while. It's his pastime while he's...
Okay. So a decent amount of time. Not Henrik's level of like speed reading, but like just enjoying yourself while you're reading. Basically, from what you can gather from the book, based on the time you take to read, it mainly talks about the theoretical connection of the planes. Basically, how like the material is like the main plane, and essentially there are various planes that connect to the material, and that's why we have so many creatures that come from all the different planes. It does talk about some of the planes that are known to the humans, like the human realm, such as the Feywild and the Shadowfell, one born of wild magic and one born of dark magic. Talking about the plane of elemental chaos, which is where the elemental beings come from, and where the Titans once ruled and are now sealed away behind the four realms connected in the realm of the elemental chaos. Even though there are technically 8 realms in the realm of chaos, elemental chaos, you would know that there are the planes of the gods and devils, specifically the 9 hells and the abyss are both listed. And you would know that there is a realm known as the Astral Sea, which is where basically talks about like an open, never-ending scape of white. Which Garnan, the moment which if you ask Garnan about it, he'll probably vaguely remember seeing the astral plane.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I mean,
I got banished.
Yeah, you got banished against the Hydra.
Blue's been there once.
The little dick.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Blue's been there once as well.
Yeah.
And then,
I don't think Kazir has been, but it would have been a while.
There are talks of other realms that are unstudied and unseen, and unfortunately not too much information on. And then there's the one realm that it goes into detail, and that goes into a little bit of detail, but mainly it says to keep out. These are known as the Far Realms. These are the realms beyond the consensus and protection of the gods. So therefore, not only are they unmarked and unmapped, none of them have names, they are also known to be the most deadly. There are realms in which marked creatures known as aberrations come from. And of course, if you wanted to, obviously, going forward, if you wanted to read subsections of that book to learn more about specific details of those realms, you can. But the main reading is just talking about like the realms, how they're connected, and the cosmology of it all.
You know, if we ever lose this demon war thing, we could just move to Far Realms. It's as far from this nest as possible.
But that realm is so far.
There.
But anyone else doing while on the cart ride to Padstow?
Just for fuck's sake, I'll say Kazir is practicing his violin.
Okie dokie.
Then Blue will help
Not like
you
it
when
would
he
be
gets the chance.
I think that died for a sec.
What's up?
Oof.
My internet died for a sec. It's back.
Did you miss anything? I mean,
No. I joined on my phone as soon as I realized.
Oh, fair.
All right. And oofta. Sorry.
The violin's a lot like a lute, except fancy and pretentious.
I assume while Belwraith is writing on the card, he's still practicing with his sword. Wander?
You're muted, Bell. Or maybe
On the cart while it's moving. That's dangerous.
Well, just I'd assume like downtime when you're not like leading the cart or anything. Like when you guys stop to take a break or anything, you take the time to practice the positioning and practicing the stances.
Belwraith would enforce a no breaks, but yeah, whenever they do stop.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
No.
Oh, well, damn. You really told me.
You get a bardic inspiration. Fun.
Alright, it'll be a bardic inspiration, so that's gonna be a d8. Gonna be a 18.
18? Alright. It's work. This is hard work. Like, this is definitely... You were trained to fight with weapons in the past, I mean, but nothing to this complexity.
It's heavy.
It's a bit heavier than what you're used to, and it's something that normally, like, clerics of the church never study. This is something that more of the paladins and the holy knights learn. So this is a unique set of challenges for yourself, but you're getting the hang of it. It's just it's a lot of work. And as the day progresses, I would like you all to roll me one more perception check.
Alright. Flashlight on.
Oof. Well, that's 19. No, 7. No, 18. Yeah, 18.
20. 14 from me.
No.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 12.
17. Sorry, my brain's miswiring again. Wow, I got the lowest this time. Oh well.
12.
Okay.
Oh wait.
And what about you, Hendrik? Well, I roll pretty decently.
I do flash of genius on myself again.
Flash of fingers.
I'll just hold on. Let me make a perception check.
Been falling asleep during a session.
I mean, I know there's nothing wrong with that image. Technically, it's just like.
You there, Herma?
But it's so. Sorry.
No, Herma's dead. Herma's gone.
Yeah, Herma's passed.
I think Herma passed out.
I've been falling asleep during a session.
To be fair, though, it is pretty late for him, so.
Yeah.
He was working earlier. That's fine.
Well, I mean, it's kind of late for all of us.
Too true.
Never be fair to
But see,
anyone.
I just wanted to put it out there and not insulting Herma. I could tell he was. I think he was past. I thought he was passed out, so I was just like, yeah, absolutely.
Used to it like we are.
Any hoozles. Yeah, sorry. By the way, guys, sorry we're starting so late. But
it's no one's fault.
I don't get to make my work schedule, unfortunately.
Just blame your boss.
Okay, with it, I was passed the fuck out.
Gladly. I'd gladly blame my bosses if I could. But I do. But unfortunately, it's not going to help me too much. But anyways, anybody who rolled above a 10, you guys get to a certain distance, and you can see the town ahead of you. And for you, Belwraith, it's basically. Go ahead.
Can I see my house?
Hmm?
I can see my house from here.
Yes, you can see your house from here because it's actually outside of town.
Let's go see Mary.
But you see a very familiar farmhouse, not too far from where you are currently, but it's still a little ways. It's still going to take you probably about an hour. Probably take about an hour cart ride to get over there. But it's in the distance now. You can see it, and way off for anybody who rolled above a 10, you guys can see the town, like it's a pretty decent size, actually. It's not obviously nowhere near Westray size, but it's still a pretty decent size from where you guys are at. So it's very noticeable. Because of the fact that this is more hilly, more like hill-like lands. Did anyone roll above a 20?
I got a 28.
Damn, Blue.
Blue.
I have a +10 to perception.
And for you, Blue, as you're taking the time to look at, you grab Henrik's gun, and you look through the light shot scope, and way off in the distance, you see a very, very beautiful looking cathedral. Like, you thought the Church of Palor looked amazing, and the Cathedral of Palor looked amazing inside of Westray. It pales in comparison to the beauty of what the Cathedral of Scales of War looks like. Basically, to put a real world comparison to it, picture like the picture that of the grand cathedrals of the Vatican.
Oh god.
Yeah, like how I said I said that Padstow is the religious capital of Atharia. Yeah, it pretty much is the religious capital of Atharia.
You just said that.
Belwraith would stand up on the front of the cart and just kind of look at it, not with a mixture of emotions.
That general direction.
He'll point to the farmhouse. That'll be our first stop.
All right.
There's
Is your church like rich or something? Cause jeez.
Church. Where do you see a church?
I assume Belwraith knows exactly where it is, and he'll.
Oh, for sure. Just it does take a moment to like spot it, get a very good like view of it, because it is a bit of a distance away. The reason why Blue got a good look at it was because of the scope of the light shot.
Yeah. He'll point it out to Garnan.
Which, Garnan, you can see the size of the monolithic fucking cathedral.
God damn.
That's where I spent my childhood.
That sounds awful.
From it?
What's up?
Now I understand why you're such a prick sometimes.
Imagine cleaning it.
Oh my
No
good
thanks.
lord. Hold on one second. I have this turned up and I still can't hear you guys. Hold on. Okay. Okay, that's better. You guys are assholes. That's better.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that joke just popped into my head just to go with everyone.
We're just about to do a barbershop quartet.
Hello, Marconi Island, baby.
Belwraith decides that he wants to get through the anxiety and kind of, like, not make the horse book it, the high...
Pick up the speed.
Yeah, pick up the speed, get home.
Alrighty.
Goes from a casual stroll to a bit more of a jog.
Yeah, less of a trot and more of a gallop.
Yeah.
Would you like a something to cover you, so someone who spots you and doesn't like you doesn't spot you?
I'm going to do the thing that we talked about.
Alright.
Belwraith uses... Fuck, what is it?
You're going to channel
divinity.
your channel divinity. All right, and as you do so, you watch as an effect seems over Belwraith as you watch as his blue skin starts to change up a little bit.
Blue skin?
Blue skin?
Blue skin, obviously. Red skin. Sorry, I'm thinking of other tieflings.
I do have description in mind.
Go right ahead.
His body shape would remain the same. However, his broken horn would grow back, and his tail, along with like the tips of his horns, would be accented in gold, while the rest of his body is like a very, very, very dark gray, almost black, and his eyes remain the same golden color.
What happened to your horn?
They threw me out.
Your horns
Chilling
threw
on your
you?
head?
No, they threw me out onto the stairs.
Ah, so you landed on your head, and then not on your head again.
Well, you saw the monolithic-sized church. They threw him on the stairs, so you imagine Family Guy fell like literally down the stairs completely.
Peter Griffin death pose.
Pretty much. Hey, he survived.
Barely.
Okay,
It's a win, but ow.
There. Yeah.
to the to Belrith's home.
All right.
Alert with
Get
his
to meet the
mom.
family. I guess. He kind of
My turn next.
So you guys start making the horses make the distance. It doesn't take too long for you guys to get there. What normally would have been an hour if you guys went at your casual pace probably takes about 45 minutes with the horse going at a mild gallop.
Cast haste on both horses.
Oh Jesus!
And 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Boom,
fucking
boom.
10. If you guys don't stop the horses in 10 seconds, you guys are just gonna fly right into Padstow.
The best way to transport.
I'm
casting
expecting it to
spells
be
on
in
animals.
any moment now to just Winter say, and that's where we're going to leave it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Into the house. I want to see Mary before we.
So you guys close the distance, and eventually you come up to the farmstead. Belwraith, you notice a few things immediately.
Oh.
First things first, the farmland seems pretty decent. It seems like there must have been it seems like there probably was a good, decent crop this year. The animals are looking alright. But you'll notice that there are a bit fewer animals than there normally are. Not as wide a variety as your family would usually have.
No chickens.
And you'll notice that the house is again old. It's taken care of from the outside, of what you could tell. There's a few things that are a little in disrepair, and that bothers you a little bit.
There's blood everywhere.
Everyone's dead.
Damn, guys.
Doomed.
However, you do notice a female tiefling currently sweeping the stairs and everything, which you do recognize. Hold on one second. I gotta make sure. Oh,
Magic guys.
yes.
It's an illusion.
Hold on one second. Going in my Belwraith notes.
Oh, do you mean our DMs? Because that's the same thing.
No, the DM. Well, yes, our DMs are the Belwraith notes as well, but I also have like 5 different pages of Belwraith notes.
Oh, good. I'd expect nothing less.
I got your back, buddy. I got. You guys have no idea how many notes I have on all your guys' characters.
Give it back to him. You don't need his back.
I wanted his full back. Shut up. It's mine now.
Looking all around to see if you can see any magic traces.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. You would see the familiar.
Yeah.
You would see the familiar face of the blue-skinned tiefling, Yuffie,
It's a baby.
who is a few years older now than last time you saw her.
Still a baby.
So, still fairly young, but and you just see her sweeping the stairs.
Who's gonna put a hat on?
He would stand up and just look at her, see if she notices.
All right. Well, if you guys are taking the cart up to the farmhouse and everything, she would look up to see you guys.
how much control over the illusion do I have? Can I like drop it for a couple seconds and put it
I
back
would
up?
say with the level of how this effect works, just because I feel like this would be a pain in the ass to do otherwise, I would allow if you wanted someone to see through the illusion, they could.
Okay, then yeah, I'll let my family and my allies see through it.
All right. So for everyone else, you guys see the familiar Bellwraith. Excuse me.
Just making sure we saw the initial change, and now we see the true bro.
Yeah, basically you guys could initially saw the change, and then it phased into Bellwraith, what he traditionally looks like to you.
All right, just making sure because
But but naturally, like any other illusion, this is something that can be seen through.
Fair.
So still got to be careful.
Completely makes sense.
But you do that, and you make it so that those who can see it can see it. You do see her like almost. You see her almost drop the broom.
He'll step down off the cart.
I assume you guys pull the car to a stop at the next to the farmhouse.
Yeah.
All right. You watch as she comes up to the gate. Bellwraith?
Yuffie.
Is that really you?
More or less.
And unless you stop her, she goes for a full-on like tackle hug.
He does not.
Better say you have a decent strength, so I'm not gonna make you roll for it. But it's like she comes at you like she like full inertia force, and you just kind of take it.
He tries to like stop that a little bit because he is wearing plate armor.
Yeah. I assume you don't want her to get hurt or anything like that, of course.
Fair.
But this would be one of the few moments of tenderness from Bellwraith, and he hugs her back quite firmly.
Darnan turns to Blue. You know how to do that.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I'm so happy to see that you're okay.
What happened?
Well, I mean, she kind of points to the horn. I mean, I haven't exactly seen you since then. But a lot has happened, especially since the last time we talked. But you watch as she like turns to see your friends. Who are they?
They're the they call themselves Solaires.
Is there kind of waves?
Are they friends of yours?
They're allies. They've helped me.
You watch as she turns to them. So you're Bellwraith's friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you can call it that.
Say that word.
Well, Bellwraith is you watch as she kind of gives you a look. A little bit of a bit uptight. It's good to see he has some friends. But I'm more than happy to see that you're okay. What are your names? I'm Yuffie. A pleasure to meet you.
My name's Blue, Ward. Shit, I really better with that.
A pleasure.
My name's Kazir. Kind of waves his hand as he gets off the cart as well.
Is that an Uskar accent?
Yes, that's correct. I am from Uskar.
Garnan.
Oh, you're a Furbolg.
Yep.
I haven't seen one come down. Haven't seen one come down south in quite some time.
Neither have I.
And I assume Henrik introduces himself.
That would make
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Yeah. You see Alosa kind of give a curtsy. I'm Alosa. A pleasure to meet you. Oh, a pleasure. So, where are my manners? Why don't you guys come in quickly? Actually, there's a lot to discuss.
That's probably a good idea. Blue's gonna look around as he's heading towards the door. Sure, not many people are watching.
There.
Thank you.
God, it's cold.
Welcome.
You're
I
welcome.
thought
That
I
was-
was meant to.
I was
I
about to
meant
say that was one thing that we actually never talked about.
What did we not talk about?
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You'll know.
Okie dokie.
It's one of those things that you don't remember to think about until later, and it's like, ah, shit.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I never wrote it down because Balraith no longer affiliated himself with that.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. But
okay.
it's still one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, but still.
Mel stopped affiliating himself with that.
Fair.
So as you guys come into the house, you see an okayish style house. It's not like a massively big house, but it's an okayish house. Like for a farm family and everything, definitely decently well off. Not like rich by any means, but not like struggling to survive. If that makes sense.
It does.
As you walk in, you'll notice that there is you do hear the sound of somebody like cleaning dishes.
He's gonna lead the way deeper into the house.
Okay.
Just gonna follow, checking out who's
He's taking off
follows.
his shit. He's
Like,
taking shoes first because that's what you do.
All right. So as you walk in, Balraith, I assume you're flooded with the memories of your childhood and everything you've lived with, everything that you've dealt with in your life. I mean, between helping your family on the farm and all that, and where the places you used to run around and places you used to study, especially walking into the kitchen. And where you see another very familiar very light-skinned tiefling cleaning dishes, and you would recognize her as your mother. And she turns around and she goes, "Ah, Yuffie dear, who was at the door?"
He wouldn't quite be able to meet her eye.
Balraith?
He'd speak in Infernal.
And you just watch as she slowly approaches you.
He would be able to notice a lot more changes since he's left.
Oh,
Sorry,
for sure.
Can you mute yourself?
Wait, what?
Oh, for sure. Oh, for
Sorry,
sure.
I didn't realize I was making sounds.
It's all good. It's all good.
The exhaustion in his expression, the small scars on his face.
Mm-hmm. The damaged horn that is on your head.
Yeah.
It's been so many years. But I can still see my son's face. And you watch as she slowly, unlike your sister who jumped at you and wrapped you into a hug, you watch as she slowly extends her arms out and she tries to grip you. And that's, again, up to you if you allow her to.
He does not stop her.
About to say, once again, you feel that sensation of that grip around you. It's been a number of years since you felt this sensation. Your mother's arms around you. It's been so many years. How are you, Belwraith? Are you okay? I can see you've been hurt a couple times, at least that's for sure.
I can't answer that question.
The answer's no.
I'm so sorry. A pleasure to meet you all. Wasn't expecting this guests or anything.
No apologies necessary. Kazir kind of interrupts.
You watch as she extends out her hand to anybody who wishes to shake. My name is Levine, as Velendor. A pleasure.
So that's your last name.
Gonna shake her hands.
Absolutely.
Darnan will as well.
For somebody, you could tell that while she is a very beautiful woman, starting to get into the second phase of her life. You can still, but as you grab her hand, you can feel that she is still a hardworking individual. She does have a grip.
Belwraith's mother, phase 2.
While she introduces herself to the Solayers, he would take up doing the dishes.
Aww.
Before he gets yelled at.
Kazir would be the last to shake her hand, and I would assume Henrik would also shake her hand.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you, Henrik. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
That voice is oddly good, by the way.
Belwraith.
And a bit cursed.
Thank you.
Think Belwraith is choosing not to hear.
And kind of looks back at Blow about.
You wanna tell your family about some things that's been going on? Might clear your head a bit.
There's too much to say right now.
Indeed.
Understandable.
I can understand that, Belwraith, but I would very much like to hear the whole story.
I wrote it down.
It's true. I mean, it's true. We've only heard the story from what the church told us. And while our brother might have his own opinions, and same with our father, they may have their own opinions on the situation, but I never once thought my older brother had gone insane.
Yeah, Sean's still alive.
You watch her, she gives you a side glance. Sean?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, him. I know who he is.
Oh.
The Baron.
Yep.
Yeah, she's looking at you like, Sean?
Baron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's good. I guess.
Apparently, the head of the church, or whatever it is, told people he was dead. So.
Well, that's a bit unsettling.
There's a lot.
If you listen,
Sorry.
you listen to Belwraith's story, you're gonna hear a lot of unsettling things. Might want to get yourself some tea or something. If you like tea.
Yes, I can get some tea going if,
She might need something stronger than tea. Because you're kind of
that's flattering, but, I actually don't drink very often. Honestly, tea actually sounds delightful.
That is fair.
I can give you some nice Furbolg tea.
Oh, that would be delightful, actually. I don't think I've ever had any. Would you mind showing me?
Sure. That's okay, right? Alright.
Hmm?
That's okay.
Of course.
Okay, just making sure.
Blue's gonna kind of bend down to whisper to Bowery's sister. You know your brother's a badass, right?
Well, I'm gonna say to say this. Yuffie's, while still a relatively young lady, she's still like a very young adult. She's probably, if I remember from our discussions,
It
Wanderer.
was late 20s.
Yeah, late 20s. Like she's older than Blue.
Whatever she is, Blue's gonna bend over and whisper, "You know your brother's a badass, right?"
I mean, I could have told you that, but at the same time, he won't listen anyways.
Yeah. He doesn't like compliments.
He really doesn't. But
He doesn't show you like.
I assume you're here to talk about what's going on. And I assume you want to see your friend.
Yes. Hey, where would she be?
She would be. She points downstairs. You would know that this house does have a basement.
Oh, Mary.
You wanna come with me to see if she's okay while they make tea? See how she's doing.
Allow me to lead the way. If anybody wants to come with, they certainly can.
Ow.
Bless you. So I'm gonna ask who all goes with her. So with Yuffie.
Who definitely goes.
I think Bowerith would stay behind just so he can explain his story to his mother.
Okay.
Finish dishes.
Alosa is going to stay behind to learn about Furbolg tea because she's curious.
Hey, I think Kazir will go with Blue just because he's interested in how she got out.
And Henrik is going to go ahead and take this opportunity to just keep an eye on the outside. Like, he's stay inside the building, but watch out the windows just to make sure.
That completely makes sense.
While he's up there, he also wants to learn, like, his father's and brother's whereabouts.
Oh,
pardon me.
Well, you know, at this time of day, they're getting ready for the sunset prayer.
Violently murdered.
Oh my gosh, calm down. Well, Relron is currently doing a sermon over at the Church of Palor. And your father's Arius went over to just make sure everyone's doing okay with everything going on.
Right, Church of Palor. We came
Padstow
here
now.
to meet someone.
Indeed. He is still dealing with some things, but he is one of the pastors, and he is still respected at least amongst the farmers.
Good.
But a lot is going on, and nobody's going alone anywhere right now.
That will end soon, I promise.
And we also need to talk about your friend.
Mary?
Indeed, the tiefling girl named Mary.
Mary's a tiefling?
She is now.
He's disguised as one, at least for now.
That we know of.
That's part of why we are here, to learn about Mary's situation. Because last we heard she was trapped, but...
Speaking of... Kazir and Blue, as you get up to the basement door, you watch as Yuffie grabs some keys and it unlocks the door.
Oh, this is not a good sign.
Ooh,
Just make sure you be careful.
Why?
all right.
It's a
You'll
log.
you'll understand.
Okay. Just gonna head down.
All right. So as you guys
Azir
walk down,
follows carefully.
all right. So as you guys walk down, it obviously takes a little bit of adjustment to go from where the light was to where the darkness is. But of course, you guys have dark vision, blue because of your goggles, and because you have natural dark vision.
Meow.
You'll notice that the basement has a decent amount of space. Obviously, if a storm or something were to come through Padstow, this would be a perfect place to like be able to take protection. For a lot of farmers during this time period, they also would make sure the basements were decently sized in case they needed to. Other farmers in the local area could come and like, especially like one or two needed a place to hide. In case stuff went bad, and also for extra stock for like animals and for even the people living in the house.
Makes sense.
Yeah, excellent D.
Because I'm a nerd. But anyways, you guys go down there and you hear some rattling sounds. And as you come down to the base of the basement, the first thing you see are like various barrels and various like bags. You have like you would assume like grain or flour or so on and so forth. But in the far distance of the basement, you see, wrapped up in a chain, a black-skinned tiefling with goldish eyes and a hair color that blue is very familiar to you. As this tiefling looks up to you, and you can start to see these horns that are a lot more jagged. It's almost as they're not as like curled and like very elegant like the horns of the tieflings of Belrace family, or most of the tieflings you've seen elsewhere. They seem a little bit more crude and a little bit more rough. And you'll notice that some of the features on this woman's body are a bit more like bulky. It's almost as if she's like built a bit more stockier. Like she can, like her. It's almost as if like her biceps and muscles have been bulged.
Nice.
And you see her look at you, like at first vicious eyes, and you see it's as if she's like fighting her chains, trying to break free. Blue and Kazir, roll me insight checks.
Oh, all right. Hold on one moment. 12 plus. Oh, why did I close my stupid chart? Sorry. I thought I had left that open, but I. And
a dirty 20.
Insight, you said, right?
Yes.
Where's my insight? I have a 0 to insight. Rolled 12, I guess.
All right. 12. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on with this individual. They seem upset or angry. There are definitely some features that look familiar, and but it's a bit off-putting. Blue.
Oh.
You look deep into this person's eyes. They're different. Her stature is different. How she is looking is different. But you see a very, very strong familiarity from this person. Without a shroud of doubt to you, this is Mary. Somehow, she is like this.
With Blue's magic side, is there any sort of magic on her?
Not really. You see some magic coming off of her holy symbol, but as far as like off of her, not really. nothing that wouldn't be recognizable, like unsimilar to that of Belwraith and his family. Except it's maybe a little bit more wild than theirs.
He's gonna get a
bit closer. I would be very careful.
I know.
And you just watch as Mary looks up at you. And you just see deep breathing. Her staring at you. Like her, you watch as she kind of like her teeth clench together, and you see these, like, some of her incisors are like more sharpened now.
Ooh.
And as you get closer, her demeanor calms a bit. Blue?
Hey there, Mary. Sorry it took so long to get here.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh!
God damn you.
That's fair, though. God. I so want to know what the hell's going on.
Oh, and by the way, guys, after everything that's going on, I should have done this last session. You guys are technically level 11.
Ooh.
But you guys, we're getting into the Belwraith arc.
You know what? I'm gonna put a level in Paladin.
All right.
Tough choice. What in Rogue or Warlock?
Tough choice. Gonna be a cleric.
All right.
I'll take care of that tomorrow. I'll just put a +1 for now.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Tiny?
Oh, Blue's going more in Bard.
Okay, so that would be
level 8.
8 level in Bard, so which means you get to choose either a ASI or a feat.
Oh yeah, I'll
Blue gets a feat.
And I'm just gonna take the not common, wrong word. Average. Thank you.
Okay.
Average for health. So.
About to say, any of you guys want to roll for health or take the average, or?
I got an 8.
You got an 8? All right.
I think Walf and Blue already rolled.
You got a 3? Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, that's why I go with the average. You may not get good points, but you're at least not going to be really low. Though, I say to the guy who's 120 HP, 28 HP.
27.
27, I meant, sorry. My brain saw the 8 and was like, whoop!
The one person that Blue really cared about. Blue's gonna kill someone.
It's true.
Oh, completely understandable.
It's gonna be violent.
Oh, it's gonna be bad. Wanderer, were you gonna roll for, or were you gonna take the?
Oh, I'm just taking average.
Take an average. Take an average.
Would you look at that? I get a Sacred Oath feature.
Oh, nice.
Just
because my brain's fried, average is 10.
Average for you, as a did you choose to?
5 + 1.
Yeah, 5 + 1 for you, so an extra 6.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Because I believe for Warlock it's the same as Rogue, so D8.
Oh, cool.
Is his Constitution a +1 or +2?
It's a good question. What is Kazir's Constitution score?
It's a 6 or 7, depending on that.
Where? Oh, the plus or the just basis?
Plus.
That's a 2.
Oh, so that's
okay.
So +7 to your total HP.
Oh, okay. So that's my brain just won't do math. +7, you said, right?
Yes.
Alright, everyone, I got the most overpowered thing ever. Starting now, everyone within 10 feet of me deals an extra d4 of fire damage.
Hell yeah.
Hooray.
Fuck yeah, man.
Wow.
Paladins are awesome.
Holy shit.
I love paladins.
That's a lot of damage, actually.
It's a D4 strike.
Well, I mean, it can be a lot of damage. You know what I'm trying to say. My brain short-circuiting.
Plus also fire damage.
If we
It
ever
is fire
in
damage.
in the right cases, it could be equivalent to a D8.
if we ever have to fight an iron golem, you need a lead
Yeah.
because they heal off of fire.
Pretty good.
So how are you feeling there, Wanderer?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch you.
Kazir has no fucking clue what
I
the hell
am-
this is.
Excited to meet my brother.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah.
This whole arc is gonna be interesting.
Definitely.
Plus, you guys get to learn more
Where's that
about the
pistol?
religious structure of Atharia.
Oh. That reminds me, I need to buy freaking cattle drops next time I get a chance. I always seem to freaking forget.
Okay, I'm
Leave it
stuck
to a
on
D4 to remind me.
Hero's Feast, Harm, or Blade Barrier.
Ooh, oh man, all those are tough.
Yeah.
I think Hero's Feast is probably the most useful of them all, but it's also expensive.
Yeah.
There.
Oh shit, how much is
You're a
it?
cleric. Just
Oh my goodness, it's 1,000 gold. Nah, I can't do Heroes. Really good, but
It's a really good spell, like a ridiculously good spell.
yeah, but that's really fucking.
you don't really have to choose right now.
Harm is very dangerous.
Yeah, don't have to choose right now.
It's
Can
true.
think about it.
If I don't choose right now, I never will. I have to choose right now.
That does sound kind of like how I do shit.
It's nice.
So you were choosing
but-
between Hero's Feast, Harm, and
Yeah, I'm dropping Hero's Feast just because like that's a little bit too.
well, fortunately for clerics, you're a prep caster, so you could always prep to have Hero's Feast set up for yourself.
It's pretty darn.
It's a bit rich for me. 1,000 gold pieces or a gem worth of
It's
1,000 gold.
a gem-covered goblet worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's a bit rich for my taste.
You should have stolen some from the freaking party.
I mean, you probably could
I
have.
bet there would have been a few.
I woulda.
Should have stolen the King's Cup.
Oh, that'd be good for like 3 of these, right? Like,
You have no idea. I mean, he was a dragon.
so like 10, yeah.
On the side note, I'm looking at the spell Harm. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a dangerous spell.
And Belwraith is a dangerous man.
This is true. But yeah, I figured, no, you guys weren't wrong. I meant to level you guys up in the last session, but of course, with my voice the way it was last week, it was very much like...
That's fair.
I wanted to bounce as soon as possible so I can rest.
Yeah. I'm going to be taking Harm because doing area denial without a battle is kind of tough.
Yeah, not to mention... I mean, again, you're a prep caster, so if you ever wanted to change up your spells, you could.
What do I need? A long rest or a short rest?
Long rest to reset your spells.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, now you get it.
Now we're on the same page here. But, yeah, but
sorry, just a brain that thing.
Trying to remember, for you, Kazir, you're 8 levels in Rogue and 2 levels in Warlock currently, right?
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah.
In that case, if you chose to go 3rd level in Warlock, you would get your, oh gosh, what is it called? Your pact boon. So
yeah.
So you'd either get
Yeah, you could go Warlock.
You could end up with a Book of Shadows, a pact weapon, a pact talisman,
or a shitty ass familiar.
or a
shitty ass familiar.
Yeah, you know, I will go into Warlock because I don't think I get anything special if I go another level
For
to Rogue.
Rogue in at ninth level, hold on one second, let me just check. At ninth level, you get a roguish arc feature.
Oh.
And you'd be one step closer to reliable talent. Also, at ninth level, you would do 5d6 sneak attack damage rather than 4d6.
Oh yeah. I'll have to debate about
yeah,
that.
and that's fine. You do not have to make that decision now. I'm just throwing them out there so you understand. If you chose to go Warlock, you would just get access to some unique abilities. Like if you choose Pact Weapon, it gives you some new features for like choosing a specific weapon for you to form your pact with. Book of Shadows gives you access to more cantrips and ritual spells. Better say, and the Talisman gives you some unique abilities as well.
I think it would make sense for Kazir to go Talisman, but the Pact of the the one that gives you dams, or not dams, weapon is also very, very good.
Indeed, that's very that's why like every Hexblade Warlock under the sun always goes Pact of the Blade. Is that Pact of the Blade? Is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll think about that
it gives you
tomorrow. My brain's kind of just loady.
However, 9th level assassin, you can use 25 gold pieces and spend 7 days, and you establish a history, profession, affiliations for a secret identity.
Which, in the right situations, could be useful, but
it's a good disguise.
I kind of feel like that would be a very situational thing if we were in a different kind of campaign.
Absolutely, but again, I stand by my statement. It's one step closer to your base rogue abilities, like for example, doing more sneak attack damage, and more specifically, getting you closer to the ability known as reliable talent, which is a particularly very good rogue ability.
Oh yeah.
As well as
if memory serves, it means basically that I can't roll below 10.
Pretty much, basically. Yeah, anything that you're proficient in, if you would roll a 2 through 8, it is automatically a 9.
Oh hell!
Not can get mobile.
That would be good.
Not to mention the fact that at 10th level rogue you get another ability score improvement.
Oh yeah. Really tempting. I'll have to really think about that.
Something to sleep on.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys had fun with this session. I know it was very much like a more of
this was a blast.
A role play session, but and really saying
act like that's a bad thing.
I know, but it's more of a. I know there's not like there wasn't like a massive amount of excitement or anything. It was very kind of chill and low key and kind of saying goodbye to some of the original NPCs you guys have been traveling with.
Bye, nerds. Smell you later, R.I.P. Bozo.
Exactly.
# harsh.
Ooh.
Later, nerds. You were unimportant from the beginning.
Damn. # harsh truths.
Where were the... Well, now the unimportant people are gone.
Now that the unimportant are gone. Sirs, as I prefer to call them.
Ouch. But fact. Well, actually, no. I don't know why I said that. Brain not working.
The Wanderer's comments in comparison to Belrace.
What thoughts on Belrace family?
Very interesting.
MILF.
Hey, shut the fuck.
Well, can't lie.
Belrace's mom has got it going on.
Oh God.
I mean, to be fair, she is a stunning woman.
Hey, Wednesday.
Yes.
Stop.
Oh God.
You want to know 2 things that could ruin this campaign?
Sure.
Blue getting mobile or keen mind.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
you could choose either one, and I wouldn't blame you whatsoever.
Oh shit! I didn't find a reference.
Note taker, but that just make you take
I mean, you're not wrong, but that'd be kind of mean. But it would mean that blue would be. But don't you have to have a certain level of intelligence in order to have keen mind?
13, I believe.
Is it 13?
Yeah.
If there is one, it's 13.
I've sent reference pictures for. I have sent reference pictures for the people that you have met.
Nope, I'm wrong.
Oh.
Nope, I'm wrong. About to say, but it would increase the blue's intelligence score.
Cool. Ow.
And also, you would still want to be an avid note taker because as you accurately recall anything you have seen or heard within the past month. So which means anything
glad I didn't.
Anything before that, you would have to rely on your own knowledge. So being an avid note taker is still good.
I'd just take notes either way. Mobile.
I wouldn't blame Blue for taking mobile because that would make him more of a not only a sneaky threat for you because of his rogue training, but also make it so he'd be a very dangerous bard on the battlefield.
Yeah, imagine him moving so fast.
Illusions, putting up middle fingers.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'd say, sorry, I'm kind of self-floating.
No, you're fine. But I say, to be fair, again, this was very much a roleplay heavy episode, and not to mention the drop on Mary is. This is something I've been sitting on for a while. So
yeah, Mary's dead. That's not Mary.
So freaking interested to know what's going on with Mary.
She's dead. I just said so.
Yeah.
No, she's undead.
Oh my gosh, man, you guys go darker than I do.
Belraith's dad has got it going.
No.
Oh god.
Belraith's dad is actually pretty rad. He's all I want, and I'm obsessed just a tad.
And I can't send it in chat because they haven't met him yet. I mean, dude's got the build.
Belraith, can't you see
we'll,
your dad could use a guy like me? Yeah. I know it might be bad, but I'm in love with Belraith's dad. Actually, one comment I'll make, if you want to hear a very fun version of Stacy's dad, highly recommend Anna Pantsu's version. It's actually very much a bop.
Oh look, you're doing it.
It's Stacy's mom, not
Stacey. I know, but it's Anna, and when Anna Patsu sings it, she changed it so that it's she's hitting on Stacy's dad. Better say,
honestly.
Better say, Anna Patsu, amazing talent, and anybody who knows her knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Blue just got even harder to hit.
It's true.
I thought you were just going to keep it at harder.
Blue got harder.
I was right there.
But no.
We should probably end the stream.
Agreed. I was gonna say I also need to pop off because it is 4:00 in the morning and I need to get some sleep.
Yeah, I'm starting to pass out despite me taking a nap earlier.
But thank you guys so much for anybody who's still hanging out in chat. Thank you so much for hanging out. But I say appreciate you guys.
How dare the rest of you not like winter stream?
Take care.
Hey, shut up.
Take care. Stay healthy, and most importantly, I hope you all stay frosty. Thank you guys so much for joining me. By